Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard, and this is over and over and over again. Of course, this is the latest Arsenal women's watch-along. Big game today, of course, looking to bounce back from the Champions League exit, of course, in the midweek. This is a game against Leicester City, their first season in the WSL. Of course, they look as though they're going to be safe now, and they did, of course, get hammered 9-0 last week by Chelsea. So we know that we've got to win this game, and if we do, we will go back to the top, even if it is only just briefly before Chelsea play later on this evening. This game will be coming up the other side of this. So it's a big game this for the Arsenal women. Of course, all the games are now between now and the end of the season as we look to try and win the double. Of course, we have got to overcome Chelsea in the WSL and, of course, in the FA Cup as well, which is our next game in a couple of weeks' time after the international break. Now, we've got your team news in for this game today. So this is how the sides are lining up. So for Arsenal, then there's a couple of changes to the midweek game against Wolfsburg, of course, disappointing defeat in the Champions League. So it's Zinsberger in goal. Laura Wainroffer comes in at right back. It's Williamson and Woobenmoy again at centre back, and Katie McCabe has moved back to left back. I believe that's her best position. So she's back there today. Leah Walty comes back in, of course, after she couldn't play the other night in sort of strange circumstances. So she's back in at midfield alongside Kim Little. And then, of course, Viv Miedemar will be just ahead of them in the number 10 position. And the front three for tonight's game, Beth Mead's back, of course. She was suspended for the European game. Caitlin Ford's back in as well. She'll be playing on the left-hand side, and they'll be either side of Stina Blackstenius, of course, with great goal scoring form since she's come into the side. Of course, 5 goals for her in 5 WSL games. On the bench then for Arsenal, goalkeeper Lydia Williams. Then we've got Jem Beattie, Simone Boy, Noel Moritz, Steph Catley, Jordan Nobbs, Frida Marnham, Tobin Heath and Nikita Paris. So that's not a bad Arsenal bench, is it? For Leicester City, then they've got 1 or 2 injury issues of their own. In goal for them is Demi Lambourne. Their back four is Esme de Graaf, Sophie Howard, Ashley Plumchair, and Gemma Purfield. Of course, did get sent off in the game at Meadow Park earlier this season. Of course, Arsenal did win that game 4-0. In midfield, a debut for Missy Goodwin. They've also got Sam Tierney and captain Sophie Barker. And in their front three is Freya Gregory on loan from Aston Villa, Shannon O'Brien and Natasha Flint. They've got a couple of young academy players on the bench as well. So their subs are Sophie Harris, Georgina Browham, Libby Smith, Monique Robinson, Alicia Boddy, Charlie Devlin, Sophie Baker, and Paige Bailey Gale. So they are your team lineups for this game. Obviously, it's a big game for Arsenal. We start the day, of course, 1 point behind Chelsea, but we have played the same amount of games now. So if we do win this game, we will go ahead of Chelsea by that 1 point again. Sorry, we'll go ahead of them by 2 points, won't we? But they've got to play, of course, later on. They are playing Reading at home this evening at 6:45 kickoff. That game is so they'll have the opportunity to go back ahead of us. But we know the situation. We've got to win all our games, and we've got to hope that somewhere along the line, Chelsea do drop a point or two along the way. Possibly the 2 games against Tottenham. They've got to play Manchester United. Of course, Reading, who they play this evening, did beat them earlier in the season away. So there's possibilities there that they can drop points, but we can't worry about that for now. What we've got to do is win this game. Of course, we saw what Chelsea did to Leicester last week, but what tends to happen is when a team has had such a heavy defeat, such a poor performance, they want to look to bounce back in the next game. And of course, the next game for Leicester is, of course, this game here today against Arsenal. So we know it's going to be tough. We know it's going to be a game that we just have to go out and do the best that we can, play at our top level. If we do, we should have enough quality to win the game. Of course, the Champions League exit was disappointing, wasn't it? But maybe it's a blessing in disguise in some ways, because what it's going to mean is that, we've got more. We can focus more on the 2 domestic trophies now, which we've got a great chance in, of course, the WSL and the FA Cup. The 2 legs of the Champions League would have led to postponements of 2 WSL games, which could have led to fixture congestion for us as well going into that crucial run-in. So yes, it was disappointing, of course it was, to lose that game, and I don't think we would love to have progressed, but ultimately it has. Maybe now it's out of the way, we can focus on the two competitions, which I believe are now the massive priority for us anyway. We need to make sure is, of course, our one defeat in the WSL this season came at Birmingham, who are bottom of the league. Leicester, second bottom of the league. It would be a massive shock if we didn't win this game. But certainly a defeat would pretty much end our hopes of the title. So as part of that, we bounce back. A couple of changes to the side today. I'm not too disappointed with the changes, actually. Laura Wainwright has come in at right back. She's done well when she's played. I know Maritz has been playing well as well, but players need a rest, don't they? It was a quick turnaround, wasn't it, from the other night? You could see a few players are maybe struggling a little bit. Frida Miles dropped down to the bench. Tobin Heath's dropped down to the bench today. Noel Maritz has dropped down to the bench as well. Good to see Beth Mead back as well in the starting 11. Of course, she was suspended the other night, wasn't she? A big loss that she turned out to be. One more assist for her, and she will get the record in the WSL as well. Let's hope she can get that today as well. That'll be good. And Viv's only 4 behind, so I'm sure she's going to get a few more before the end of the season as well. This game's, of course, at the King Power Stadium, the Leicester Men's Stadium. I'm not sure what the crowd's going to be like. There's quite a few Arsenal fans there. We've got Matt actually who's in the stadium, so we'll see if we can maybe get a chat to him at half time live from the stadium as well. That'll be good if he's available for that. That'll be great. But yeah, he's doing a vlog for us as well, so look out for that on the channel later on this evening when we've got all the footage together for that. That's going to be good. He's currently in the stadium now, which is good. Actually, I just realised I've got the wrong background on, haven't I? I haven't changed the background from last night's show. That was a bit silly of me. Let me just sort it out. There we go. That's the right one, isn't it? Sorry about that. So we're looking forward to the kickoff now. It's coming up in about 5-6 minutes time. Big game here at King Power Stadium. I say Leicester second from bottom, but it's been their first season in the WSL. They've actually done all right, haven't they? Certainly since they changed their manager. In fact, the first game for their new manager was actually the game at Meadow Park in December, where we won that game 4-0. So they will, and they've improved since then as well. They've got 4 victories under their belt in the WSL this season, including beating Birmingham home and away, which has been key to them keeping themselves with a big chance of staying up. Of course, we know what happened to them last week against Chelsea. So we know the opportunity is there for us to win this game. And we just need to go out there and make sure that we get the 3 points. And it doesn't really matter how we do it. Chelsea won that game 9-0. Yes, it's given them a boost on goal difference. But you have to say, the way the point situation is, goal difference isn't really going to matter, is it? There's 1 point between us. And if Chelsea draw a game, that's 2 points drop. So then it won't go to goal difference unless we drew a game as well. No, actually, wouldn't, would it? It can't possibly get a goal difference. So actually, goal difference doesn't matter anymore. It's all about just getting the 3 points, winning the game. If we win this game 1-0, we win it 1-0. It doesn't matter. We've got the 3 points on the board. It doesn't matter what Chelsea have done previously. We just need to hope that they drop some points somewhere, don't we? So obviously, after this game, if we've won, we will be cheering, of course, for Reading later on this evening. But we're not holding out too much hope. I think it's those 2 games against Tottenham and that one against Manchester United that we're really hoping for. That Chelsea do maybe drop a few points. We've got a few people in the chat already. Terry, how you doing, Terry? Thanks for tuning in, mate. He says, afternoon, Richard. Looking forward to this one today. Good afternoon, MMM77. Hope you have a good time at the game today. Looking forward to the vlog. Yeah, the vlog's going to be good. He sent a few videos in already in the build up to the game, which is good. Christopher as well. Afternoon, Richard. Come on, you Gunners. Let's do this today. Yeah, indeed. Let's win this game. I don't want to think too much about the fact that they got hammered last week by Chelsea, because that's irrelevant to this game in many ways. This is a different game. They're going to be up for this game, Leicester. They're not going to want to be on the end of a heavy defeat again. They're definitely going to be a lot more solid defensively, and we just need to go and win the game. And that's the most important thing, isn't it? But it's going to be a good game. I'm sure it's going to be a difficult game as well for us. Let's not make any illusions that it's going to be easy. There's no easy games in the WSL these days, of course. We need to go out there and make sure that we win the game. And if we do that, then it's going to put us back on top of the table. Steve says, go Gunners from Australia. Good to see you in the chat, mate. Hope you're doing well over there in Australia. There's only one of the one of the Matildas is starting this game, Caitlin Ford, of course. The other two are on the bench, Lydia Williams and, of course, Steph Catley's dropped down to the bench. She didn't have a great game, did she, the other night, unfortunately, Steph. But, well, you know, we know her quality, and I'm sure that she'll be back in the team again before too long. But, yeah, it's Katie McCabe dropped into left back, which I believe that she's stronger at left back than Steph Catley. I think she is. And we've got, of course, Caitlin further up the pitch, who's been in great form, hasn't she? Caitlin Ford playing really well at the moment. And let's hope she can produce another good performance today, maybe get a goal as well. Looking to see if Beth Mead can get that assist record as well. One more she needs to break the record. And let's hope she can get it today. And Stina Blackstenius, as I said before, great goal scoring form that she's in. She has got 5 goals already for us in a very, very short period of time that she's been at the club. And let's hope she can get another goal or two today. I did say when she joined, she'd get double figures. She's still on target to do that. Let's hope she can get a couple today, which would really help in that side of things, wouldn't it? But it doesn't matter who scores the goals today, as long as we win the game. I think that's the most important thing. And if we do that, then it's going to put the pressure back on Chelsea for this evening, isn't it? Because we have to make sure that you know, we make them have to work for the league. You know, make them have to win the games. Christopher said there, have you got the team news? Yeah, I've got the teams. I did actually put it out. Perhaps you wasn't in then. I will just get that team news back up for you, just for anyone who's missed it earlier. So Arsenal line up like this: it's Zinsberger in goal, Laura Wainroffer, Leah Williamson, Lotta Woober-Moy, and Katie McCabe in the back four. Then it's Leah Williamson and Katie and Kim Little, are the two sitting in midfield, and then Viv just in front in the number 10. And then the front three today, Beth on the right, Caitlin on the left, and Stina Blackstenius through the centre. So that's the Arsenal team news. For Leicester, it looks as though maybe I've got the Leicester formation slightly wrong. I think it's going to be a 3 at the back. I think it might be De Graaf, Howard and Plumtree, and then they've got sort of a 5 across midfield, Purefield, Goodwin, Tierney, Barker, and then they've got Gregory and O'Brien just behind Natasha Flint, who's up front for Leicester. So they're going a little bit more defensive this week. Of course, they needed to be after those 9 goals they conceded last week to Chelsea. So we've made, 1, 2, 3 changes, 4 changes actually to the team, because Beth Mead's in, Leah Waltz is in, Katie McCabe switched positions to left back, and Laura Wainwright was in. So we've made 4 changes. The teams are coming out actually. Arsenal are wearing the rather awful tracksuit tops that were designed by Stella McCartney. The blue ones are not the nicest kit, is it? It's just the top. Arsenal will be wearing their all yellow kit underneath that, the yellow away kit. And Leicester, of course, in their traditional home kit of blue shirts, white shorts, and blue socks. There's a lot of Arsenal fans here today, over in that far corner, looking at trying to cheer us on to go to the top of the table, of course. Terry says there, the girls have gone zebra. Well, yeah, sort of a blue and white zebra, really, isn't it? But anyway, it's a horrible, horrible design. I don't know what it's all about, but anyway, luckily they're not going to be wearing that horrible kit for the game. They will be just wearing a normal yellow. So it is a back 4, actually. It's a 4-5-1 for Leicester. So it's Lambourne in goal. De Graaf, Howard, Plumtree, and Purefield is the back 4. You've got O'Brien, Barker, Goodwin, Tierney, and Gregory across midfield, and Flint up front. So obviously going to try to deny our space. They're probably going to play with 10 players behind the ball, let's face it, for most of the game. And we're going to have to try to break them down. I do think an early goal will change all that. So Arsenal playing their usual 4-2-1-2-1, really, I suppose, isn't it, when you look at the way that we line up. But yeah, it's going to be tough to break them down. I'm sure it will. And we're going to have to be on this game from the start today. And let's hope that we can, say, an early goal would, that's what Chelsea benefited from last week. They ended up getting 4 early goals, didn't they, in the end? I was on the train coming back, obviously, from our stay down in London when the goals were going in for Chelsea here last week. We've actually booked another trip down for the last home game of the season against Aston Villa on May the 1st. We're staying down for that one. So that's going to be good as well. Let's hope there's something to celebrate on that particular day. If Chelsea can drop some points before then, it could be a celebration, couldn't it, as we move into closing down for that league title. But anyway, long way to go still yet, isn't there? A lot of games still to play. We need to win our games, and let's hope that someone can do us a favour along the way. But the most important thing to focus on is our games. We are not far off the kick-off now. We're about a minute or so away. The girls are in their huddle in the all-yellow kit, looking to bounce back from Thursday night's disappointing defeat, of course, away in Germany in the Champions League, which was, yeah, not a very good performance in the first half in particular, but we did improve in the second half. One or two things didn't go our way. The penalty, of course, was a turning point, maybe, although it was quite late in the game. If we'd scored, then who knows? And of course, we did it the woodwork twice, didn't we? Anyway, Leicester are going to be kicking off this game, getting us underway. Leicester are attacking the goal to our right in this first half. They will be kicking off. It will be Natasha Flint who's going to get this game up and running very, very shortly. It looks like quite a decent crowd actually in it today, which is nice. There's a lot of Arsenal fans, as I said, have made the trip to the King Power Stadium. We are off and underway then. Leicester kicking off, I say, attacking the goal to our right. They're in possession over on the far side. Arsenal haven't had a kick yet, but we have only played about 5 seconds. It's a long ball forward there from Leicester, easily cut out by Leah Williamson, but it does fall into midfield. Leicester pick the ball up again, but Arsenal have won it back. Viv Miedemar plings it out to that far side. And now it's with Laura Wainwright, who plays it short to Leah Williamson, and she comes across to Lotte Wubben-Moy. She was brilliant in those two European games, wasn't she? Wubben-Moy got the goal, of course, at the Emirates, that game that we were at. And she was brilliant the other night as well. So it's good to see her back in good form, which is needed with, obviously, with Rafaela Souza out injured. She could be out injured for the next few weeks as well. Leah Wolsey has just conceded a free kick there. Good to see her back in the team. Not quite sure what it was all about the other night with her not being allowed to travel on her own to the game. Seems ridiculous. I remember Dennis Bergkamp back in the day used to travel on his own, didn't he, to some European away games. He could still play, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. But anyway, that's in the past. We need to focus on this game. That was a long ball there over the top from Leicester, but there's no Leicester player there. Lotte Wubben-Moy plays it back to Manu Zinsberger, and she just gives it short to Leah Williamson. Comes back across to Wubben-Moy, plays out this near side to Katie McCabe, getting forward down the left-hand side into Stina Blackstairs. That's her first touch. It's a good touch as well. She finds Caitlin Ford on this near side. Caitlin Ford running at that Leicester defence. Can she get across in towards the edge of 6? Oh, she does. A shot comes in. It's an early goal. We've got the goal. Beth Mead it is with the finish. 1.5 minutes played. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Caitlin Ford with the cross. Beth Mead's there with a first-time finish from about 12 yards. What a goal that is. Just what we needed. Leicester setting out a defensive lineup, and we've broken it straight away. Our first real attack, it was Caitlin Ford down this near side. She did really well. Pinged the ball towards the penalty spot. A lovely volley from Beth Mead. What a great finish that is. That's a fantastic goal. That's the 11th goal of the season for Beth Mead. A brilliant start from Arsenal. Just what we needed. It's what Chelsea did to them last week. Got an early goal and went on to score 9. I don't care how many we score. Let's just win this game. That's the perfect start for Arsenal. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. And of course, as always, we have to play the theme. It's not often we get to play the 1-0 to the Arsenal theme song quite so early in the game, but we have really, really great start, and I think that's going to be the crucial moment in this game now. Leicester will have to come out, and that should leave us loads and loads of space to exploit. The Leicester goalkeeper is currently sorting out shin pads, actually, which I'm surprised she didn't do that before the start of the game. But anyway, Terry says they're 1-0 Mead. Steve says they're beautiful. Go Girls, great assist from Caitlin Ford as well there. And Christopher says goal. Yes, come on, you Gunners, indeed. Yeah, just what we needed. Settle us down. The goalkeeper is still just sorting herself out. So I'm not sure if it was an injury or anyway. She's just put her shin pad back on, and she is going to be getting herself ready to continue. Beth Mead is having a little chat with Jonas over on that far side, looking very relaxed. Jonas is now, of course, following that great goal. Actually, it was a great goal. Brilliant play from Caitlin Ford down that left-hand side. Dink the ball to, it's about 10 yards out. It was a lovely first-time finish from Beth Mead, arriving into the box there. Fantastic finish from her. The perfect start for Arsenal. And yeah, minute and a half play. We are back up and underway. There was a little bit of a delay there. It's nearly 4 minutes on the clock, but we've only played about 2. Leicester now kicked off again for the second time in this game already, and that's now going to be a throw to Arsenal. Leicester are looking very, very shaky already, and Arsenal can try to take advantage of this. Let's get this game won early on, and we can enjoy and relax for the rest of the afternoon. That's a long throw from Caitlin McCabe up this near side, looking for Caitlin Ford, but it was a header away there from the Leicester defence, who are now coming forward themselves. Leicester looking for a response. It's a good run, actually, A really good run actually from Missy Goodwin on her debut, but Arsenal do win the ball back, and now Beth Mead's looking to get clear down that right hand side, but the ball doesn't quite run for her, and Leicester should clear this up. It goes back to goalkeeper Demi Lambourne, who is back fit again. Stina Blackstenius just slipped over there, over on that far corner as she was trying to close the goalkeeper down, but Arsenal won the ball high at the pitch again. Leah Walty finds Beth Mead over on that far side. Beth Mead across towards the far post, coming towards Caitlin Ford. Defender just got a touch, maybe just took it away from the Australian, who manages to keep it in, but she can't pick up the ball again. It is cleared away by Leicester, but not very far. Woober Moyes in there. It's going to be a comfortable afternoon for the Arsenal defence today. Certainly, if the start of this game is anything to go by. We've played 5 minutes. It is Leicester 0, Arsenal 1. Terry says a great ball from Ford, and what a touch by me. A brilliant goal, wasn't it? A lovely cross and a fantastic first-time finish. Arsenal coming forward again. Laura Wainwright over on that far side. Arsenal's right. Plays the ball back to Leah Williamson, about 10 yards inside the Leicester half. Comes square to Lotta Woober-Moy. This is good play from Arsenal. She plays the ball out to this near side to Katie McCabe and gets it back again. Woober-Moy switches to play inside to Leah Williamson. She pings the ball through the centre, looking for Viv Miedemar, but it was well tidied up actually by the Leicester defence. And now looking for a counter-attack at the round, but that's a poor ball forward. And Lotta Woober-Moy again will pick up possession. She finds captain Kim Little. She pings it back to Leah Williamson. It's all Arsenal in the early stages of this game already with the early goal. Laura Wainwright now plays it back to Leah Williamson. Arsenal just pinging the ball around nice and confidently. Everybody getting a touch. Woober-Moy now plays it back up this near side. Caitlin Ford again plays it on to Beth Mead, who's gone ahead of her. To Katie McCabe. She's done well. Katie McCabe drills it across the 6-yard box. Better defending that was from Leicester, but it only falls to Caitlin Ford into Viv Miedemar. Back to Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford thinks across towards the far post. Beth Mead again. Is she going to be able to put it back? Handball. Surely that's handball. But it's going to be a corner. Looked like he hit the defender's arm there at the near post. Good defending actually from Leicester in the end. They couldn't really get the ball away. It came to Beth Mead there. She tried to pull it back. Actually, it hit the Leicester defender right in the face. It wasn't a handball. She had her arms out by her side. It is going to be a corner though to Arsenal over on that far side. First corner for Arsenal in this game. Katie McCabe's going to run over to take it, bending it in, of course, with her left foot. This has been a fast start for Arsenal, putting Thursday night's disappointment behind us. You've got to think we'll be a bit tired later in this game, so we do need to get this job done nice and early. We've got a corner now, an opportunity for another goal. Katie McCabe with this corner. Plays it in towards the far post. It's a long one. A header comes in. Was it Viv round the back? She couldn't quite direct it on target. In fact, it might be another corner off a Leicester defender. Good corner that was. In fact, it was De Graaf there. Esme De Graaf with the header just ahead of her fellow Dutch woman, Viv there. Put it behind for another corner. This time it's on the near side at the corner this time. Let's see if we can get the second goal nice and early in this game. This corner comes in towards the near post. It's flicked on and bobbling around the 6-yard box. Leicester managed to scramble it clear. Another opportunity there for Arsenal. We could already have a couple of goals in this game. Laura Wainwright there tidies it up, plays it to Kim Little. Now it's back with Manu Zinsberger. Leicester struggled to deal with that corner. It's bobbling around the 6-yard box, and no Arsenal player could quite get the finish on it. And Leicester did manage to scramble it away. Kim Little now coming forward for Arsenal, plays it up this near side again. Katie McCabe, Stina Blackstenius is Beth Mead plays it into Stina Blackstenius inside the penalty area. Stina is forced back actually by 3 Leicester defenders, but Arsenal do keep possession. Kim Little plays the ball over to that far side. Leah Williamson. Now it's with Laura Wainwright in to Caitlin Ford. She swapped wings actually with Beth Mead just for this attack. Leah Williamson now dinks the ball over the top of the Leicester penalty area, looking for the head of Stina Blackstenius, but it has gone behind for a goal kick to Leicester. So Arsenal then just switching the play there from left to right. Good play again from Arsenal. Leicester have barely threatened into our half. Seems like the weather's warming up, and Jonas is just taking his big coat off. A couple of the subs also taking their jackets off as well. We have played nearly 9 minutes here at the King Power Stadium. It is Leicester City Women 0, Arsenal 1. That very, very early goal from Beth Mead, and a brilliant goal it was. Now Stina is chasing this ball down inside the Leicester penalty. Good defending actually there. That was from Ashley Plumtree. It was with that tackle. Actually, it wasn't. It was Gemma Purfield, of course, who got sent off at Meadow Park. Caitlin Ford there turns away from the defender. The ball falls to Stina inside the penalty. It just bobbles away from her. Maybe could have been a penalty there on Caitlin Ford. The referee said no. Arsenal did keep possession, but Stina couldn't quite get a shot away. The ball's now inside the centre circle with Leah Williamson out to that far side. So Laura Wainroffer does well, looking for a little bit of support. Instead, she goes back to Leah Williamson. She's got Beth Mead right over on that far side. The goal scorer, Beth Mead, a brilliant goal from her 11th goal of the season. She's in great form. Again, really did miss her the other night, didn't we? Would that have made a difference if she could have played? Yeah, it may well have done. Kate McCain on this near side, whips across towards the far post. Just got a little bit too much on it there. Is it going to be kept in over on that far side? It is kept in. Leah Williamson does really well. Does really well again. Can we get a cross in? It's deflected in towards the near post. It's just cleared away. Comes back to Leah Walty into Viv Miedemar on the edge of the box. She's just crowded out there by 3 Leicester defenders, but Arsenal do pick up possession again. Katie McCabe to Caitlin Ford again. Is this going to be another opportunity for Caitlin Ford inside? Tries to curl a shot towards that far post, but it's gone harmlessly wide and behind for a goal kick again to Leicester. I think Caitlin Ford was trying to shot there. She cut back inside onto her right foot. She was trying to curl it in towards the goal, but she didn't get it right, and it's gone out for a goal kick over on that far side to Leicester. But another good attack from Arsenal, winning the ball back high up the pitch, not allowing Leicester any time at all. And there was a couple of good balls into the box there's been already in this game. Katie McCabe with one just before, slightly overhit it, but it was a decent ball into a decent area. But Leicester was giving it away to Caitlin Ford again down this near side. Caitlin Ford's done well. Viv, just inside the penalty. Is this going to be 2-0? No, it isn't. She was crowded out by 3 Leicester defenders. She maybe took too long to decide whether to shoot or to pass, and in the end, Leicester did manage to scramble the ball clear. They're now enjoying a little bit of possession, Leicester. This is nice from them. Still inside their own half, but they are coming forward now down that far side. Good defensive play there from Beth Mead. Wins the ball back. And now Leah Williamson is in possession for Arsenal. Plays it across to Lotte Wubben-Moy, driving forward for Arsenal. Instead, she just plays the ball to this near side. Katie McCabe in to Leah Walty. That's a good ball to Caitlin Ford again on this near side. Caitlin Ford puts Stina away down this near side. Stina Blackstone whips across in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. There's no Arsenal player in there, comfortably headed away by Sophie Howard. But Leicester still can't really get the ball away particularly effectively. But now they've managed to. Natasha Flint it was, and Leicester now maybe can get a counter-attack of their own. Was that a foul on halfway from Lotte Wubben-Moy? Indeed it was, and she's going to pick up a yellow card after just 12 minutes. Wubben-Moy for that foul there on Shannon O'Brien, I think it was, just to stop that counter-attack. I suppose it's a good way to give it. It was on Shannon O'Brien, right on the halfway line. Just a little bit, she dived in a little bit there, Lotte Wubben-Moy. She maybe didn't need to. She has picked up a yellow card. Amandeep's in the chat there, where to watch. I'm not sure where you are in the world. It is on BBC in the UK. It's probably on the FA Player. There may be a few streams showing it. I'm not 100% sure. But don't worry about that. Stay with us on the channel. We'll keep you updated with everything that's going on in the game as well. And there's usually some great comments in the chat as well here. So please stay tuned for all of that. Leicester have got a free kick though inside at the centre circle, which Gemma Purefield takes, locks it in towards the edge of the penalty area. It's headed out by Viv Miedemar, and now maybe Arsenal can launch a counter attack with Leah Walty. She plays it out to that far side to Stina Blackstone. It's plays the ball in looking for Viv Miedemar's run, but it was well cut out actually by Natasha Flint doing her defensive duties for the team there, the Leicester City striker. She's in possession again. Goes around the outside of Kim Little. That's a nice play, actually, from her. Leicester now trying to come forward down this near side. But good defensive play there from Katie McCabe. She wasn't having none of that there from Freya Gregory. Just takes the ball off her and played it back to Zinsberg. And now Leah Williamson striding forward over on that far side. Plays it out to the far touchline. Laura Wainroffer in to Stina Blackstone. She tried to turn away from the defender there, but the ball just ran away from her. She's not really got into this game yet, Stina Blackstenius, but I'm sure she will cause a few problems to the Leicester defence as this game goes on. Leicester now in possession just outside their own penalty area over on that far side. The ball is now back with goalkeeper Demi Lambourne. Stina Blackstenius is closing it down, but that's a good clearance by the Leicester goalkeeper. But Arsenal again trying to win the ball back high up the pitch. Katie McCabe it was with a challenge there on Sam Tierney. She's protested her innocence, but it's going to be, in fact, it's a yellow card for Katie McCabe as well. So Arsenal had 2 yellow cards already in the first 14 minutes here. The first 2 fouls that we make in the game, we get 2 yellow cards. She did dive in a little bit, Katie McCabe there. I mean, is that really a yellow card? I'm not really sure if it is. But anyway, we've got 2 yellow cards now. Obviously, Katie McCabe is a player that gets a few cards, doesn't she? She's already suffered a suspension this season. Anyway, Sam Tierney is back on her feet again following that challenge. And it is going to be a free kick to Leicester. Terry says there, McCabe yellow indeed it is after Woober Moyes yellow just before. It's been a fast start from Arsenal, but Leicester have just maybe taken a sting out of it a little bit now. We've played 14 minutes, of course, this time last week against Leicester. Chelsea were about 4-0 up, wasn't they? But that doesn't matter. The fact we're winning the game, and that's all that we need to focus on. It doesn't matter how many goals we score. Goal difference is not going to decide this league title. It's going to be points, and we need to get the 3 points here. Leicester now trying to play the ball out from the back. Arsenal again pressing high up the pitch, winning the ball back there midfield. Leah Walty, that's brilliant from her. She finds Caitlin Ford down this near side. Caitlin Ford looking to ping a ball in towards the near post. It wasn't a great cross actually. Steen had made a great run, but the cross was far too close to the goalkeeper. Ford did a great assist for that goal very early in this game. That cross there, looking for Steen, she didn't get it right at all. It was far too close to the goalkeeper, Demi Lambourne. And that was a shame because Stina made a good run towards that near post. She needs better service than that, the Swede, if she's going to add to her 5 goals already this season today, which I'm sure she'll be looking to do. Again, Arsenal trying to press high up the pitch, and Beth Mead wins the ball back really well. They're trying to run away through there, but the referee's actually given a free kick to Arsenal. Was that an earlier pullback on Beth Mead? And Arsenal have got a free kick midway inside the Leicester half. Beth Mead did well actually. Oh yeah, she was caught there actually in the follow through. But also taking that free kick quickly. Viv now on this near side plays the ball back to Katie McCabe. He gives it to Lotta Woober-Moy, plays it to that far side to Leah Williamson, gets it back. Lotta Woober-Moy dinks the ball to this near side. That's a really good ball actually. A good take there from Viv Miedema just outside the Leicester penalty area. Plays a low cross in towards the near post, cleared away by Leicester again. But again, Arsenal trying to press high up the pitch, trying to win the ball back. And that long clearance from the Leicester defence is going to go all the way through to Manu Zinsberger. And she plays it out to Leah Williamson. That's a long ball again to this near side. A good ball. She's going to find Caitlin Ford in a little bit of space on this near side. Caitlin Ford going into the Leicester penalty area now. She goes past the defender, gets a little touch on it. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Maybe Caitlin Ford could have played that back to Katie McCabe to whip across it instead. She tried to go around the outside. It was De Graaf again. It's good defending there by the Dutch defender. But it is a corner to Arsenal again on this near side. Arsenal third corner in these opening 17 minutes. It's been a good opening 17 minutes for Arsenal. Beth Mead is going to take this corner. Is this going to be a record-breaking WSL assist? We shall see. Low into the near post. Steen has tacked it, and Leicester don't really get it clear. It comes out towards the edge of the penalty. It was Leah Williamson where that shot's deflected over the top. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal again over on that far side, and again it's going to be Beth Mead with it again. Can she get that record-breaking assist? That was Leah Williamson's shot, which took a deflection and looped over the top of the Leicester goal. But Arsenal do have another corner. Beth Mead again in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, it's a Leicester head, gets it away, but not very far to the far post. Dink back in. The header comes in. It's headed away. Vivs again is in there. And again, Leicester managed to deal with that just about. Desperate defending from the hosts at times in this game so far. Arsenal were looking to get that second goal, which would surely put us in control. We were, of course, 3-0 up at half-time in our last away game in the WSL at Brighton. Mistake at the back there from Leicester. Leah Walty's almost in, and again they give the ball straight back to Arsenal. Woober-Moy plays it back to Laura Wainroffer, and now it's with Katie McCabe. Arsenal just slowing the play down a little bit there. Katie McCabe pings the ball over to that far side to Woober-Moy. Plays the ball out. That's a great ball to Laura Wainroffer over on that far side, right near the touchline. She cuts inside, goes back to Beth Mead. Arsenal just keeping possession. Leicester really struggling to get a touch on the ball. Leah Walty now, good to have her back in the team. She's had a good start to this game. That's a good ball as well to Katie McCabe down this near side. She finds Caitlin Ford ahead of her. And then Caitlin Ford thought she was fouled, but actually it's going to be a throw to Leicester over on this near side. She's not very happy there, Caitlin Ford, with that challenge on her. But anyway, it is a throw to Leicester midway inside their own half on the near side. There, right. It's going to be De Graaf with it. She's had a few decent moments defensively, actually, as made the graph for Leicester. Anyway, Arsenal back in possession again with Leah Williamson just on halfway. Plays it in to Leah Walty, then gets it back and then moves it over to Lotta Wilburn-Moy. They've switched sides, actually. Leah Williamson's now on the left of the two centre-backs with Wilburn-Moy over on the right. Beth Mead now trying to find Stina Blackstone. She does, gets it back. This is nice play from Arsenal. Kim Little now wins the ball for Arsenal, plays it back to Wilburn-Moy, and now it's flicked over to Leah Williamson, who brings it forward for Arsenal. That's a good ball up this near side again, finding Caitlin Falls a lot of the ball in these early stages. Was she fouled? The referee says no, but Katie McCabe's got the ball anyway. Twisting and turning. Can she get across? And she does towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, it comes off a Leicester defender, and it's gone behind. That was Sophie Howard. Another decent cross into the box there from Katie McCabe in towards that near post, into a dangerous area. In fact, it was Sophie Howard that deflected the ball behind. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. Over on that far side, taking it quickly. The cross comes in. It is headed out again by Leicester. It comes to Viv on the edge of the box. That's a great effort. A good save, actually, at full stretch there from Demi Lambourne. Viv shot from the left-hand side of the penalty area. It was going in to that near post. It wasn't a great ball, actually, from Viv Miedemar initially. It did fall back to a powerful shot. Good save at full stretch. Another corner to Arsenal over on that far side. Beth Mead again with this corner whipped in towards the near post. Stina goes up. She can't quite get it flicked on, and Leicester do now manage to scramble the ball away, but again, not very far. Leah Walty picks it up for Arsenal. We've got a comment there saying, where are you watching? I'm watching on BBC in the UK. I'm not sure where in the world you are. It may be on the FA player. Arsenal coming forward again. This is good play. Just a little link up there between Mead and Blackstenius didn't quite work. Terry says good save. Yeah, it was a good save there. A decent effort there. You'd expect a goalkeeper to save it at the near post, but yeah, it was a good save, a good effort from Viv. It is all Arsenal in this game. We're midway through this first half. Leicester City Women 0, Arsenal 1. That very, very early goal from Beth Mead. Caitlin Ford now plays it back to Katie McCabe into Kim Little. That wasn't a great pass back to Katie McCabe, but she does manage to keep possession. Plays it square to Leah Walty. That's a great ball through towards the edge of the penalty. Viv, surely that's a foul, and our referee says no, Arsenal do keep possession anyway. Comes back to Beth Mead, just over on that far side. Dinks the ball towards the penalty spot. Stina comes in with a header. Good defending, actually, there. I think it was Ashley Plumtree just behind Stina Blackstenius said, just managed to stop that header from getting any power, and it has gone safely into the arms of Demi Lambourne, who just rolls the ball out. And now Leicester trying to again play it out from the back, but again getting caught out there. Caitlin Ford wins the ball back off the graph. Good play from the Australian. She's gone past the defender, just inside the penalty area. Caitlin Ford tried to play it through. It fell back to the Australian. Can she get a shot away? Oh, she maybe again took too long to decide. In fact, she's fouled just on the edge of the penalty area. Wasn't sure if that was going to be given as a foul, actually. It was Shannon O'Brien. It was good play from Caitlin Ford. It looked like a good tackle, actually, on her. You've got to say that did look like a good tackle there by the Leicester defender, but the referee has given that as a free kick inside the D on the edge of the penalty area. Actually, well, she got the ball, and Caitlin Ford fell over the ball. So that was a harsh decision. But anyway, let's see if we can make the most of it now. It is a free kick right on the edge of this Leicester penalty area. It looked like a good tackle. But anyway, we don't often get too many decisions, do we? So we need to make the most of the ones that we do. Caitlin Ford looks a little bit surprised that was given as well. Demi Lambourne is trying to organise her wall. Katie McCabe is looking like she fancies this one. Beth Mead is over it as well. Both of course, can score free kicks. It's Beth Mead into the wall. It goes just, I thought it was in. It was just wide of that post. I think it just got a deflection off the wall. Good free kick it was. It was hit low. Took a deflection off the wall there from Beth Mead. Didn't go over the wall, tried to go round it. It was hit almost through the wall. It did strike a Leicester defender. Just took it wide of that far post. It is a corner over on that far side, which Katie McCabe is now going to take for Arsenal. Leicester can't really get out of the penalty area. 23.5 minutes played. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 1. The corner comes in from Katie McCabe towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes in. Leicester again just managed to scramble it away, but it's going to fall to Viv on this near side. Tried to find Kim Little, but a Leicester player there got in the way. That was Shannon O'Brien again. And it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Beth Mead, of course, with that very early goal after just 2 minutes. In fact, there's a comment just came in there. Who scored? It was Beth Mead that scored after 2 minutes. Terry says they're ref letting Leicester players get away with a fair bit. No, they have. So then maybe that free kick was fair enough. I thought it was a good tackle, actually. But anyway, Russ is, hi, Rich, mate. Hope you're well. Yes, mate, not too bad at all. Hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're enjoying the game so far. Arsenal playing well here. Another cross into the box from that far side. That was Laura Wainwright. But again, Leicester managed to get the ball away. They're certainly defending a lot more solidly than they did last week against Chelsea. I thought the early goal may have affected them, but it doesn't seem to have done. Anyway, Katie McCabe now down this near side, plays the ball back inside the penalty. Surely this is 2-0. Oh, good save that was. Viv Miedemar's shot blocked by the legs of Demi Lambon. Still Leicester haven't got it away. Beth Mead, a shot's deflected again off a defender. This is non-stop Arsenal pressure. We just can't seem to get the second goal. That was Viv Miedemar with the effort there. Another good save from Demi Lambon. That one with her legs. Viv maybe should have scored if you're honest, but anyway, also coming forward again. This is good play again. Caitlin Ford on this near side. It's another shot into the near post. Again, the goalkeeper Lambon saves it. If you remember the game against Brighton a few weeks ago, our last away game in the WSL, the Brighton goalkeeper saved about 6 or 7 efforts, and it seems as though Demi Lambon for Leicester is doing the same again today. Terry says, what a save. That first save, it was brilliant. Steve says, refs don't like Arsenal. That's why men or women, for some reason, yellow cards, red cards should be 3-0 all the play. No, it should be 3-0 at least. We've had plenty of chances. We do need to get that second goal just to settle us down as well as much as anything else. Leah Walty now plays it back on this near side to Caitlin Ford. She plays across towards a penalty spot again, but again, it's a Leicester heads it away, not very far. Leah Walty again plays it back to Woover Moy. Now Leah Williamson for Arsenal. It's been all Arsenal possession, all Arsenal chances, and it, as Steve said in the chat there, it should be 3-0, at least 3-0. We've had some good chances, actually. The goalkeeper for Leicester, Demi Lambon, has made some good saves as well. You have to give her credit for that, but maybe that finish hasn't quite been as good as it could have been. That effort from Viv Miedemar there a few moments ago, that was a great chance. The ball fell to her inside the penalty area. Normally you'd expect the Viv to be putting that away. She had a little bit of space. She hit it well enough, but it was too straight. It was too close to the goalkeeper. It was a decent save, but ultimately she shouldn't have been allowed to make that save because Viv should really be putting that away, popping that in one of the corners. It was far too straight. She hit it almost too sweetly, actually, but it was too straight, too close to the goalkeeper. That really should have been 2-0. But so far, it is all Arsenal, relentless Arsenal pressure. But Leicester now, a little bit of relief for them as they're coming forward themselves, looking for an opportunity. But that ball played through was easily cut out by Laura Wainwright, and she plays it back to Manu Zinsberg. It has been a good performance from Arsenal so far. We just need to convert this pressure and these chances into more goals, don't we? That's maybe been a little bit of a criticism that you'd have of this team. But that's a good ball played through. Can Stina get there? No, Demi Lambon's out of her goal and kicks it out for a throw to Arsenal. But that is the one criticism maybe from this team from Jonas. We don't score the goals that we should do with the pressure and the chances that we have. You know, we really should be scoring more goals. I know we've got 92 goals in all competitions this season, which is an impressive amount. With the opportunities that we have, we should score more goals. Our biggest wins, of course, that 5-0 over Manchester City. We haven't managed to score more than 5 so far. But anyway, Kim Little now coming forward for Arsenal again, plays the ball again to this near side. Katie McCabe, she's got time to line up a cross, but she doesn't. Maybe wasn't enough yellow shirts in the penalty area for her. She's got the ball back from Caitlin Ford, plays it in to Kim Little. Leicester are looking a lot more organised defensively this week than they certainly were in the first half last week. Leah Williamson now plays it out to that far side to Beth Mead. She does well. Plays the ball back to Leah Williamson and now across to Lotta Woober-Moy. Plays the ball in towards the edge of the box to Viv Miedemar, but she's closely marked. And Leicester do get the ball away, but not far. Viv wins it back. That's good play from Viv. She's in possession now, just on the edge of the penalty. Finds Beth Mead. Beth Mead was looking for a run outsider of Laura Wainwright, and instead she comes back in to Kim Little. Now Leah Williamson plays it square to Katie McCabe. Leicester just can't get hold of the ball. This is good stuff from Arsenal, but we do need to get the second goal. Leah Walty now plays it in to Lotta Woober-Moy, putting a little bit of pressure there, but Arsenal can easily beat that pressure. Leah Walty now inside at the centre circle, plays it forward to Beth Mead, pings the ball through. It's a lovely little touch from Viv looking for Stina, but the ball's going to run through to goalkeeper Lambourne. And another Arsenal attack comes to nothing, but it is 1-0. That very, very early goal after 90 seconds from Beth Mead. A brilliant cross into the box on the left-hand side from Caitlin Ford. Arsenal now coming forward again. Stina plays it out to that far side to Laura Wainwright, and now it's Beth Mead gets the ball back again, and that's a ball back to Lotta Woober-Moy striding forward for Arsenal. Again, it comes to this near side with Katie McCabe. It's been a good outlet for Arsenal. Beth Mead tried to ping it back there to Viv Mead and might just pushed her further back, really. But anyway, we've kept possession. Beth Mead now in it to Leah Williamson. This is good play. Leah Walty now. Good run over that far side. That's a great ball. Can Laura keep it in? No, she can't. It just runs away there from Laura Wainwright. A lovely ball through to her there from Kim Little, I think it was. And that's going to run through to a goal kick for Leicester. But again, good play from Arsenal. We're pinging the ball around nicely, looking to create a little bit, a few more real clear-cut opportunities at goal. We've enjoyed so much possession. We just need to be a little bit more clinical when we get those opportunities. That has been the one thing that you'd have to say. Stina Blackstenius is now in possession for Arsenal. The ball will run through to Beth Mead, running at that Leicester defence again on the edge of the penalty. Plays it in to Viv Mead. I've tried a little back heel assist to send Beth Mead away again, but that was well read actually by the defender Ashley Plumtree. But again, Arsenal won the ball back high up the pitch. Viv Miedemar hits the post, inside of the post there. Viv Miedemar from the edge of the box. What a great effort that was. Came back off the inside of the post. Looking to score a 20th goal of the season for Arsenal there. Very, very close to getting it as well. That shot from the edge of the box. Beat goalkeeper Debbie Lambourne. Again, it was Arsenal winning the ball back. A lovely ball in from Katie McCabe. She let it run across her body. Tried to beat the keeper at the near post. That's a lovely bit of play that from Viv. A lovely effort. Hit the inside of the post and come out. Well, she hit the crossbar the other night as well, didn't she, Viv, in Wolfsburg? But anyway, Arsenal again coming forward, piling on the pressure. Katie McCabe, we really could do with getting this second goal. Katie McCabe now plays the ball out to that far side. Leah Williamson now coming forward. Puts a cross in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, looking for the header, Stina Blackstenius, but it just a little bit too high for her. And it has gone behind. Is that going to be a goal kick for Leicester? But that was great play. That was from Viv. A lovely shot as well. Beat the keeper all day long. Come back off the inside of the post. A let off that was for Leicester. Terry says there, this game should have been done and dusted by now. It should have been. We should be 3 or 4-0 up, shouldn't we? Let's be honest. And yeah, you know, that's maybe the slight difference between us and Chelsea. Chelsea last week took their chances, didn't they? They were 4-0 up at half time. We could easily be 4-0 up as well. We have dominated this game, but we just need to be more clinical. We need to put these chances away, and we need to make sure that we don't give Leicester any hope. Because while it's 1-0, you never know, do you? One set piece. We haven't been great at defending set pieces, have we, this season? We just need to finish this game off. That ball played out to that far side. This is good play. Laura Wainwright now striding forward. She's going to try a shot from the edge of the box. She does, but it's not a great effort. Maybe took the wrong option there, Laura Wainwright. She should have perhaps looked to pass the ball. She had 2 or 3 options ahead of her, and in the end the shot lacked any pace or power or direction, and it went straight through to goalkeeper Debbie Lambourne, who's playing well for Leicester, it has to be said. She has made some good saves in this game, in this first half, to keep the score down. But as Terry said, this game should be done and dusted. There's no doubt about that. We should be 3 or 4-0 up. Again, that Leicester attack, a brief attack, has come to nothing. The ball's now ran through to Manu Zinsberger. Just plays it square to Lotta Woober-Moy. It's been a comfortable game defensively for Arsenal so far. But while it's only 1-0, as I say, you just never know, dear. One mistake or one set piece, and if Leicester were to get an equaliser, who knows? But anyway, Katie McCabe now coming forward down his left-hand side. She maybe does a little bit too much there, runs into trouble. But Arsenal again pick up the ball with Leah Walty now. Lotta Woober-Moy plays it back to Leah Williamson on that far side. The 2 centre-backs have now gone back to their original positions to Williamson on the right. That's a good ball up the line to Stina Blackstenius. She's done well. Tries to get a cross in. Did it go out for a corner? It did. Got deflected behind. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal over on that far side. Good run in there from Stina Blackstenius. Trying to just play the ball across the goal towards the near post. But it got deflected off a Leicester defender. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. That one came off of Shannon O'Brien. And it's going to be a corner over on that far side again to Arsenal. Katie McCabe is going to take it. Can we get this second goal? We played 33.5 minutes at the King Power Stadium. It is Leicester City 0, Arsenal 1. Katie McCabe with his corner over on the far side. Played in towards the penalty spot. But no Arsenal players there. It's headed out by Leicester, not very far. Kim Little now on the edge of the Leicester penalty area, looking for an angle for a cross. Instead, she goes backwards, plays it back to Leah Walty, brings the ball forward. The Swiss international Is she going to play it square? She goes back actually to Manu Zinsberger. And she plays it out to the far side to Laura Wainroffer. Just had that opportunity a few moments ago with a shot from the edge of the box, when maybe a pass would have been a better option. Leah Walty now, lovely ball up this near side. Again, finding Viv Miedemeier, plays it in towards the near post, but again, it's cleared away by Sophie Howard. Leicester's defenders are having to work really, really hard in this game to keep Arsenal at bay. And so far, they've not done a bad job, but you have to say it's been more Arsenal's lack of clinical finishing that means it is only still 1-0. Viv's just gone to retrieve the ball behind the advertising hoardings. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Viv isn't going to take it. She leaves it for Katie McCabe. 10 minutes to go until half time. It is still Leicester City 0, Arsenal 1. A first half completely dominated by Arsenal. Katie McCabe again down this near side. Can she get a cross in? She's forced back by 2 Leicester defenders. Leicester are working hard defensively, but we have had plenty of opportunities to get that second goal. That's a good ball across to Leah Williamson. She does well. It's good control. Plays it in towards the penalty area. Again, it's a Leicester defender gets there, but Viv wins it back. Is this going to be the moment? Oh, Viv's shot deflected again by another Leicester defender. They're working so hard at the back, Leicester. Clearly, last week's result did hurt them, but you have to say this could be just as bad for them with the chances that we've had. But now Leicester coming forward themselves, actually, down this near side with Missy Goodwin on her first start for the club. This is good play actually from Leicester. A ball into the penalty area. A shot comes in, it's deflected. This is what I was saying when it's only 1-0. That was Natasha Flint there with the effort. It was a ball played in. It was good play initially by Goodwin. It was number 27, Shannon O'Brien with a cross. It was deflected actually off Laura Wainroffer as Natasha Flint was coming in. That just goes to show the danger. Leicester have now got a corner on this near side. It's their first corner of the game. It would be totally against the run of play if they were to get an equaliser. But that would be our own fault for missing all the chances that we've missed. But it is a corner to Leicester. We haven't dealt too well with set pieces this season. You have to say that corner's played in. If it's too close to Manu Zinsberger, we didn't really like the challenge on her there at the far post. But she's got the ball cleanly there. Manu Zinsberger, good hands. Not really been tested so far in this game. That's her first real thing she's had to do other than kick the ball out a few times. She's in possession now with the ball at her feet. And Terry says there, well held Zins. Yeah, it was a good hold. But the corner was quite an easy corner for her to deal with, if we're totally honest. But she's got the ball again. Zinsberger plays it to Lotte Wubben-Moy on this near side. She finds Katie McCabe far forward, and she's got Caitlin Ford ahead of her. Caitlin Ford's had a lot of joy down this side. It was her cross that led to the goal. Caitlin Ford again tries to go past 2 Leicester defenders, but she couldn't quite get through, and Leicester do manage to scramble the ball clear again, only as far as Lotte Wubben-Moy, who does well, plays the ball in to Katie McCabe. Now it's back to Leah Williamson inside the centre circle for Arsenal. Plays it out to that far side. That's a good ball to Beth Mead, the goal scorer. That goal seemed a long time ago, actually, doesn't it? Just 90 seconds played it was when Beth Mead fired home a great goal. And then she just won a free kick as well. Steve says there, too much stuffing around. Only takes 1 goal from Leicester game. No, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I was saying that before. You know, we do need to get the second goal. And while we've dominated this game, you have to say that, you know, it only takes 1 chance from Leicester. We do need the second goal. That was a foul there from Sam Tierney. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, about 10 yards outside the Leicester penalty area. She's actually picked up a yellow card. Tierney, no relation, of course, to Arsenal's Kieran or the referee, of course, in the Premier League, Paul Tierney. But she did foul Beth Mead there. Referee rightly gave a free kick to Arsenal. This is actually a dangerous moment now for Arsenal. Can we get this second goal before half time? The referee there produces a yellow card for the Leicester defender. It's actually a little bit further than 10 yards outside the penalty area. It's about 15 yards outside, just slightly over to that right hand side. Katie McCabe fancies this with her left foot. We know she can score from there. We know how dangerous she is, how great she is from set pieces. Can she produce something special? It's a long way out. It's about 35 yards from goal. I think Katie McCabe is going to go for this. She does. It hits the wall. Not a great free kick. It does come back to her. This time she plays it back into the penalty. And again, Leicester clear it away. You have to say they've done well, Leicester, in this game defensively. And we've got Leicester Fox TV watching us. What are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Give credit to your team defensively today obviously they've been a lot better in this game defensively than last week. But having said that, as we were saying, Arsenal have had plenty of chances. Missy Goodwin it is who's gone down. I think she was winded there by that free kick, that shot that hit her right in the stomach. The free kick it was. She was in the wall. It did go straight into her. It has winded her there. Leicester do manage to scramble the ball away again, and Missy Goodwin is back on her feet again. She's still looking a little bit uncomfortable. She would have been winded from that to the youngster on her first start for Leicester. We are now, 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes away from half time in this game. Arsenal are winning 1-0 quite comfortably, really, but we should perhaps be a lot more comfortably in front with the chances that we've had. But so you do have to give Leicester credit for the hard work they're doing defensively. You can see that's what they've worked on this week following that terrible performance last week against Chelsea, and you can see that it's paying off. But it's hard work when you're defending so much of the game, and I think in the second half they may well tire. Spaces will open up, and I can see us scoring some more goals. But ultimately, if we don't get that second goal, there's always that opportunity. So Leicester did just have a brief chance, didn't they, on the counter attack there? They did win a corner. It just goes to show, doesn't it? A 1-goal lead, no matter how much you're dominating a game, a 1-goal lead is not always enough, is it? That ball's going to be kicked straight out there by goalkeeper Demi Lambourne. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal into the last 4.5 minutes of this first half. A first half that Arsenal have dominated here at the King Power Stadium, but there's only that 1 goal to show for it, and it did come very, very early in this game. The very first attack from Arsenal, it was a good cross actually from this near side Arsenal's left from Caitlin Ford. Beth Mead arrived about 10 yards out, first time volley into the net. A great goal, but Arsenal haven't really managed to build on that, certainly not in terms of adding to the score sheet, although it has been a very good performance, you have to say, from Arsenal. Leicester currently have got a free kick over on that far side, which Gemma Purfield is going to take. The Leicester defender, I say, was sent off in the corresponding fixture, the reverse fixture, at Meadow Park in December. Arsenal ended up winning that game 4-0. And really, we should be at least 4-0 up in this game. But coming forward again now, Stina Blackstenius holds the ball up well. That's a nice little touch to Kim Little striding forward through the midfield. This is a great run from the captain. A lovely ball in. Is this going to be the second goal? Caitlin Ford. Oh, another good save from Demi Lambourne. A lovely counter-attack that was from Arsenal. Kim Little did really well driving through midfield. A lovely run from the captain. Caitlin Ford, a little bit of space here on his near side, inside the penalty. A nice first touch. And a good save again, actually, from Demi Lambourne. She's made 3 good saves, actually. It should be 4-0. That was another great chance for Arsenal. But again, we're maybe not quite clinical enough with those chances. But we have got a corner on this near side, which, again, Beth Mead is going to take. Can we get a second goal before half-time? You have to say it would be fully deserved. This corner comes into near post. It was low, this one. Again, Leicester do manage to scramble the ball away. In fact, it's now going to be a free kick to Leicester. There's a defender down inside the penalty area. I think it's De Graaf. Actually, no, it isn't. It's actually Gemma Purfield. I think she actually clashed into her own defender there as she tried to clear the ball as Beth Mead was coming in, I think it was. But anyway, she is now back on. Actually, it's Purfield, actually. Sorry, that's injured. Terry says there, another good save. Yeah, she has made some saves, some decent saves, but I just feel that our finishing hasn't quite been, it's not been clinical enough, has it? You know, we've had some pretty good opportunities. That one that Viv had, she should have put that away. Caitlin's one there, she should have put that away. There's been a few other opportunities as well. We're just not being clinical enough, and it's a little bit worrying because we're not always going to get this many chances in games, are we? Between now and the end of the season. So when we get our chances, we do have to take a lot more of them. But anyway, ultimately, we said before, we need to win the game, and that is the most important thing. But it is a slight concern that we're just not able to take these chances. Anyway, we're coming forward again down this near side with Caitlin Ford. She's had a decent first half. She finds Katie McCabe, tries to pull the ball back. Again, it hits a Leicester defender. They've got everybody back behind the ball at most times, and it is difficult to break through. But as I say, we have had chances. We just need to take them. Terry says, whoever we play, their goalkeeper always has the game of their life. Yeah, you see that they do. You say that. But again, I think that comes down to us not being clinical enough when we get those opportunities. I think we're making the goalkeepers able to make saves. And yes, they are making saves against us. But, this same goalkeeper last week didn't get near any of the Chelsea chances. And this is, that's the difference, maybe. Anyway, we are coming forward again. Caitlin Ford tried to play the ball back to Viv Miedemar, but she gets it back again. Again, Leicester defence, they've got 3 players around her, but that's a good ball back to Katie McCabe into Viv Miedemar, and needed a penalty. Can she fashion a shot? She finds Beth Mead. That wasn't a great touch, actually, from Beth Mead, unusually from her. But Laura Wainwright picks up the ball. She does well. Laura Wainwright plays the ball through to Stina. It just ran away from the Swede. That ball there from Laura, just inside the 2 Leicester defenders, looking to give Stina an opportunity there, but it just ran away from her there. And it's going to be another goal kick to Leicester. We are now in the last 30 seconds of this first half. There may be a little bit of stoppage time. There's been 1 or 2 brief injury hold-ups. So a couple of Leicester players have had some treatment, haven't they? We may have a minute or 2 of stoppage time to play, but it's going to be a goal kick. Leicester will be delighted with his first half performance today. Certainly defensively, they've worked hard. But again, as I say, we haven't taken our chances, and it is only 1-0. Again, now we win that ball from the free kick. Steen's trying to get in now. Is this going to be the second goal? Oh, good defending again from Leicester. Really good defending again. At that time, it was Ashley Plumtree there. Denied Stina an opportunity, but Arsenal do have another corner. It's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time. We are just into that now. Beth Mead takes a corner short to Katie McCabe. Can she get a cross in? She does. It's not a great cross, though. In fact, it's going to go straight over the top for a goal kick. And usually for Katie McCabe there, not a good delivery from her. It looks as though it's just going to be that 1 goal in this first half. Very, very early on, as I say, after 90 seconds, our first real attack of the game. Looked as though at that point, the 9-0 that Chelsea won here last week could have been on the cards. But since then, it's been a succession of Arsenal chances, and you have to say a succession of Arsenal misses, and a couple of saves along the way from Demi Lambourne as well. And that's why it is only Leicester City 0, Arsenal 1, when it should be quite a lot more. But anyway, we won't worry too much about that at the time being, because we are still ahead. And as long as we win this game, that is the priority. But if we can claw back a few goals as well, it'd be nice. I say the league isn't going to be decided on goal difference now anyway. It's going to be points one way or the other. Let's hope it goes in our favour. Kim Little now coming forward for Arsenal. We are into the last 40 seconds of this first half. Caitlin Ford again's done well down this near side. She had a good first half. It was her assist for the goal. But de Graaf there does well defensively for Leicester, finds Natasha Flint. But again, Arsenal putting Leicester under pressure high up the pitch. The ball's now gone back to Lambourne, who's probably been Leicester's best player in this first half, along with a couple of other defenders, actually. But Arsenal do win the ball back again. Leah Walty plays it in to Viv Miedemar. She's got a little bit of space out on the far side to find Beth Mead. Just inside the penalty. Beth Mead crossing to the box, looking for Stina, but again, it's too close to the goalkeeper, Demi Lambourne. And we have now played the 2 minutes of stoppage time. And I think that is going to be that for this first half. In fact, there goes a half-time whistle. It is half-time. It is Leicester City 0, Arsenal 1. That very, very early goal from Beth Mead is all that separates the teams, but quite how we're not even further ahead, I'm not quite sure. There's been a story of this season, actually, for Arsenal in many games. If you remember the game against Tottenham back in October when we dominated the first half, couldn't score, and we ended up needing a last gasp of Viv Miedemar goal. We have it the inside of the post today, Viv Miedemar with that effort, and we've seen Demi Lambourne in the Leicester goal make 3 or 4 good saves as well, but we haven't been clinical enough. It's been a good performance. We've dominated the game, but ultimately it is only Leicester City 0, Arsenal 1. Steve says, I get excited 10 times when I hear, oh, good save, driving me crazy. Yeah, it's been that sort of half, unfortunately. It has been that sort of half for Arsenal, but it isn't the first time this season, is it, where we've dominated games, had lots of chances, and we find it difficult to get the goals. But ultimately, we're winning the game 1-0, and we've got to be satisfied with that performance, because certainly for most of that game, we did everything right. The one thing missing was the goals. But I'm sure they'll come in the second half. When a team has to defend for as long as Leicester have, it's hard work, it's tiring, and I'm sure the game will open up more in the second half. I'm sure there'll be more spaces, and I'm sure we will be able to get a lot more chances, and I'm sure the goals will come. But it was a good first half performance, wasn't it, overall? And they say when you've got to win a game, it does make it more difficult. The pressure's on us, isn't it? But luckily, that early goal has really helped, because if it was 0-0 at half time, that would have been really difficult, wouldn't it? Anyway, a good performance, which is the main thing, and we are, of course, in front. which we want to see, don't we? Of course we do, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Winning the games, keep winning our games, and hope that somebody can help us out along the way. But we'll see what happens there. Terry says tea and Yorkie time. It's a bit early. It's a bit early for a Yorkie. I might wait till after the game today. It's an early kickoff, so I might wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, maybe after the game, I might do my Yorkie time at that point rather than now. But we'll see. But it's been a good first half from Arsenal. It's just to say, the goal was brilliant. Really was a great goal. And I say it's just a shame we haven't quite managed to add to that, really, because when you have that many chances, what a great ball it was, actually. They're just showing the goal now. There were 3 Leicester defenders. Beth Mead was the only Arsenal player in the penalty area. Great movement, a great cross, and what a finish that is, actually. First time volley across the goalkeeper. Stu had no chance with that. A great cross as well. Lovely finish with her left foot, Beth Mead, as well. So 11th goal of the season. She's such a great player, isn't she? She's had such a great season, and that goal really sums up what she's been doing this season. But we haven't managed to build on it, have we? And that is frustrating. I'm slightly frustrated that we're not more ahead. But anyway, we're winning the game, and if it finishes 1-0, we've got the 3 points. I won't be overly bothered, and I'm sure none of us will be too concerned about that if Reading can do us a favour a little bit later on. They're just sort of highlighting Caitlin Ford in that first half, who's done really well down this left-hand side. She's found a lot of space. She's had a lot of the ball. Sometimes her deliveries haven't always been great, but there has been a lot of chances. They're just showing the Viv Miedemar one, which was a bit too close to the goalkeeper, and then the block came in after that from Missy Goodwin. And Caitlin Ford again got clear down his near side, and a shot which was saved again by the goalkeeper. Just not quite clinical enough. It is a little bit frustrating when you see some of those chances. But ultimately, obviously, if we win the game, we'll soon forget about those missed chances, won't we? As we look ahead to the Chelsea game later, and hope Reading can somehow do us a favour. It does seem unlikely, let's be honest, but who knows? We'll have to see what happens, and hope for somebody does us a favour somewhere along the line, whoever it is, whether it's Reading today, whether it's Tottenham in a couple of weeks' time. Whether it's Man United on the last game of the season, who knows? All we can do is keep winning our games. That's all. We just need to focus on that. And if we keep winning our games, I'm pretty sure that Chelsea will drop a point somewhere along the line, and it will give us a title. But anyway, let's see. It has been a good first half performance. I mean, they're showing the highlights now. It's literally just all Arsenal chances, one after another, and a lot of saves from the Leicester goalkeeper. But I say some of those finishes have lacked conviction, I felt, a little bit. And it's given the Leicester goalkeeper the chance to make those saves. And she's done well, and she's probably been Leicester's best player. But I do think some of the saves we've made it a little bit too easy for her. And that's a shame. But I'm sure in the second half, I'll say the goals will come, and we will finish this game off and get the 3 points. It is, I'll say, half time here at the moment. Of course, there's some other WSL games, of course, going on today as well. Let me just, actually, I don't know if are they all later kickoffs. Let's have a look. Oh, there isn't. No, we've got the earlier kickoff, actually, kicked off at 12 o'clock, Manchester United against Brighton. That game's still 0-0, actually, after 61 minutes. We kind of need Man United to win, because the more pressure that Man United have got for that top 3 position, the more they're going to be fighting for that last game, aren't they? So we need that as well. I suppose as well, Tottenham have got a couple of games in hand, so we could maybe do with them as well, staying in the hunt, couldn't we, for now? They play Aston Villa at 2 o'clock kickoff, actually, today, Tottenham. Maybe we need them to win that game as well before, of course, Chelsea play later on. It's exciting stuff, isn't it? Of course, isn't it a national break after this week? And then we come back with that FA Cup semi-final, don't we, against Chelsea at Meadow Park. That is going to be an epic game. Imperative Fuse is in the chat. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Says Rafa won't be available to start against Chelsea in the semis. No, it's not looking like it. But it is 2 weeks' time, isn't it? So you never know. maybe a little bit more treatment, we may be able to get a fit to play. But you have to say, a lot of Wilbur Moy has been fantastic since she's come in. You know, she had a bit of a shaky spell earlier in the season, didn't she? We saw the FA Cup final, for example, 1 or 2 other games, and she lost a little bit of confidence, but she's back now. She's playing a lot better. And that doesn't worry me as much as it may have done a few weeks ago, the fact that Rafa may not be able to play in the semi-final. The fact Leah Williamson's there, she was key for us defensively. So, it's not great if she doesn't play, but ultimately I think it won't be as big a problem as it may have been, because I say Lotta has really stepped up in the last few games, and that's great to see. She's having another steady, solid game today as well. Although I say defensively, we're not really being put under too much pressure, have we? Let's be totally honest. But we're just not quite clinical enough, and that's a little bit concerning. Terry says there, to be fair, great first half, but disappointing score considering their dominance. No, exactly. That's exactly the problem, isn't it? When you dominate a game as much as we have done, you do need to put the game to bed. You know, at Brighton, it was very similar first half. The goalkeeper for Brighton played well, but we did, of course, get the 3 goals in that first half, didn't we, against Brighton, killed the game off, and it made it a nice, more easily comfortable second half. Whereas this game, we are still going to have to keep fighting in the second half to get those goals, aren't we? I'm sure they will come, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do win this game 3 or 4-0 or maybe more. But we do need to start taking these chances, because as we saw, that one Leicester attack could easily have resulted in a goal, couldn't it? So that was fine. So we are now looking at the highlights here from West Ham against Manchester City, which was, of course, played yesterday. Manchester City won that game, which did briefly put them into the top 3, didn't it? But Man United currently are drawing their game. In fact, West Ham had 1 or 2 opportunities to score, actually. In fact, they had a goal disallowed for offside. They've just shown that one. I didn't watch this game yesterday, actually. I know Man City won 2-0, but it was a shame that goal was disallowed, actually, because the player that was onside should have just been allowed to get the ball and run through, and then she would have scored. But anyway, Man City won that game 2-0, and that race for the top 3 is quite interesting, isn't it? Because Man City and Man United are going head-to-head in that one, aren't they? And I say the fact that Man United are playing Chelsea last game of the season could help us a little bit. And I say Tottenham aren't far away either. If they can win some of their games that they've got left, close that gap. They've got a couple of games in hand. Who knows? They could, you know, they certainly want to put themselves in with a chance, don't they? And if they do that, again, they may be able to take some points off Chelsea, mightn't they? But we'll have to see how that works out there. It was Bunny Shaw, actually, with a second goal there for Manchester City late on to seal that victory for them yesterday at West Ham. We are getting going. In fact, Birmingham and Everton drew 0-0 on Friday as well, of course. That game, Birmingham look as though they're down, don't they? They really do. Everton are struggling as well. Of course, we play Everton, don't we? It's our next WSL game. We still haven't got a date, actually, for the Tottenham game yet. It hasn't been rearranged, has it? So we'll have to see what happens with that. We will obviously keep you updated with that as and when we get any further news and see what's happening there. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Actually, why don't I see if I can get see what Matt's up to, whether or not he can come on the whether or not Matt can come on or not. Let's see. Let's just see if Matt, I don't know whether you might not have much of a signal in the ground, so we'll see if we can get anything from him. That would be great if we can, but if not, then we'll maybe try to speak to him later on if we can. He's doing a vlog for us today, so that's going to be good. I say he's already sent a few videos in before the game, so let's see. But yeah, he may not be able to get a signal. Sometimes it can be tricky, can't it? But if we can get him on, we will get him on before the start of the second half. We have currently gone back 2 points above Chelsea. We have, of course, played half a game more. at the moment. But so if we do win, it does put the pressure back on Chelsea, doesn't it, to win their game, their game later on today at home to Reading. Of course, they'll be massive favourites to win that game, won't they? And I'm sure they probably will. But ultimately, who knows? Who knows? Imperative Views in the chat there says the first half reminded me of the second leg quarterfinal against Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg being us and Arsenal being Leicester. Is the gap between us and Wolfsburg that huge? See, I don't know really. Yeah, I suppose in a way I can understand the point. The Wolfsburg dominated that first half against us, didn't they? And we were hanging on a little bit. Is the gap between us as big as it is between us and Leicester? I don't think it is, because what you've got to think is in both of those two games against Wolfsburg, in the second half in particular, we gave as good as we got. And you can't see Leicester matching us in the second half, can you? Leicester offered nothing in that game, even when we were poor in the first half of both of those legs. We still had one or two moments, didn't we? We had opportunities. And I say in the second half of both of those games, we proved that we're as good as Wolfsburg. Yes, we need to be able to do that over longer periods of time if we're going to compete with those teams and get through. But Leicester aren't in the second half. You can't see Leicester coming out in the second half here and putting us under pressure and creating opportunities. You just can't see that happening, can you? So, no, I think the gap between us and Wolfsburg is a lot closer. I don't think there's very much in it at all. I didn't think there was over the two legs. We always felt that it was going to be quite a tight game, both legs. And they proved to be, didn't they? You know, Wolfsburg just had their moments and they took their opportunities when they needed to. We maybe didn't take our opportunities, especially in that first leg in the second half when we had lots of good chances to score. That's a bit like this game, isn't it? Chance after chance, couldn't quite take the goals until that equaliser at the end. And I think if we'd managed to get a lead to take to Wolfsburg, I think we could have gone through. So I don't think the gap's that big. I think the gap between us and Leicester is a lot bigger, a lot bigger. And I think we saw that in that first half, and I don't think it's going to be any different in the second half now. I think we're still going to be the dominant team. I still think we're going to create all the chances. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not we can start rattling in those goals. Arsenal have just come back out for the second half. Leicester haven't as yet. So we are waiting for Leicester to come back. Arsenal are back out on the pitch in the little huddle, getting ready for the start of the second half, where we just need to finish this game off, kill this game off. I'm sure Leicester's heads will drop then following their result last week, and we can hopefully go on and get a fairly comfortable victory, which you have to say we deserve. There's no doubt about it. We've been the dominant team in that first half, and we just need to make sure that we finish it off. But we're just waiting for Leicester actually to come back out. I'm not sure what the delay is for them. I don't know whether they've got a lot to talk about, I guess, at half time, because you can't defend for 90 minutes and hope to get anything out of a game. And it's just, yes, the pressure's on us. We have to win our games. Leicester are pretty much safe now, so it's not like they need a result in this game. It's just a bonus if they was to get anything, I suppose. Good for Life says there, where are all the fans? What's the point in playing in a big stadium if they don't get it to half full? It's a tricky one, isn't it? I think you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? And I think by playing in these stadiums, I think it's a step forward. They're playing in these stadiums a lot more often now in the WSL. And I think eventually, with the TV deal now, I do think the fans will start to come a lot more. It's not a bad crowd today. They've only opened one stand, I believe, anyway. So you're not going to expect there to be a massive crowd with only one stand open. But I do think you've got to start from somewhere, haven't you? And I think that by doing this, playing these games in these stadiums a lot more often is a positive step. And hopefully that will eventually lead to the getting more crowds in. You're never going to get regularly in the WSL. You're never going to regularly get 20, 30,000 coming. You're just not, unfortunately, not for a long, long time. But, it's good that they're playing in these stadiums. And, there's a decent enough crowd in for this game over on that far corner. And let's hope that the atmosphere is good for the second half. So Arsenal just about to kick off. We're attacking the goal to our right in the second half. Steve says if they score, Arsenal will get nervous. Of course, we'll get very nervous if they score, because it's such an important game for us. But they've only had that one attack in those first 45 minutes. We are up and off and underway in this second half here at King Power Stadium. Arsenal in all yellow are in possession with Manu Zinsberger, who's actually all in green, but the rest of the players are all in yellow. Lots of Wooburn Moy plays it over to that far side to Katie McCary. That's a good ball into Stina Blackstairs. Plays it out to Caitlin Ford over on that far side. She had a good first half. The Australian tries to get past the Leicester defender. The ball's gone off the Leicester player. And it's going to be a corner to Arsenal straight away. Can we get an early goal at the start of the second half, as we did in the first half? Terry says there, come on, you women gunners. Let's kill this game off. Indeed, Katie McCabe is going to take this corner over on that far side. It's going to be an outswinger with her left foot. Can Arsenal get an early goal in the second half, as we did in the first? That's a low corner played into the near post to Caitlin Ford, plays it back to Beth Mead. Shot comes in. Oh, it's headed off the line. Almost. We did almost get that early goal. It was De Graaf with the defensive header there. Beth Mead almost got a goal again at the start of the second half. A lovely little corner routine. The ball played back to Beth Mead. That was going in. What a great strike that was. A great header off the line, actually, you have to say, from the Netherlands defender, Esme De Graaf. And Gunnar for Life says, ooh, that was very close, wasn't it? What a goal that would have been. It would have been another great goal from Beth Mead, wouldn't it? But again, we've got another corner on the near side this time. Again, Katie McCabe's going to take this one. This will be an in-swinger in towards the near post. It is. The goalkeeper just about gets a touch. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal, looking to kill this game off. Terry says, I don't believe that. It was a great defensive header, wasn't it, to be fair? What a shot that was from Beth Mead. That was flying as well. Wow. That's a great defensive header off the line. That is brilliant defending there. She's had a good game, actually, Esme De Graaf for Leicester, you have to say. And that was a brilliant header there. Anyway, it is another corner to Arsenal on that far side. It comes in, swings in towards the near post. Header from Stina Blackstenius this time. She can't direct it on target. In fact, it was Leah Williamson, with the header. Just got a little bit of a knock on her head. She's just gone down, actually, there. Leah Williamson. Just a little knock on her head there as she went to head that ball from that corner. But two big chances already at the start of the second half for Arsenal, as indeed we did at the start of the first half. Going for Life says she's down. Yeah, she is. It was just a clash. In fact, it was the ball that probably hit her on the side of the head, actually. And she was a bit wobbly there. And then she did fall down a little bit worriedly, but I'm sure she's going to be okay. But this is the earlier chance there. Caitlin Ford again with the assist for Beth Mead. Well, that defensive header, the more you see it, the more it is great. It's a brilliant defensive header, actually. Fantastic. Let's hope that Leah Williams was all right, actually, because I know sometimes head injuries can be a little bit dangerous, can't they? Terry said she looks quite groggy. She did just for a minute. I think it was the ball that hit her on the side of the head. And sometimes that can be quite difficult, kind of. But it's going to be a goal kick now to Leicester, and they've got a little bit of time to regroup at the start of the second half. Steve says you're kicking again. Yeah, there was some amazing defensive header that was, you have to say. Leah Williams is obviously having to come off just for a second because she's had some treatment. She looks okay now. She's moving freely. She looks as though she's fine, and I'm sure she'll be okay. She's just, I think the ball maybe hit on the side of the head rather than on the front of the head, and that's what's maybe caused her a few problems. But I'm sure she's going to come back on again very, very shortly. It's a goal kick, though, to Leicester, which Demi Lambourne takes. Again, it's an Arsenal head that gets it. That was Viv Miedemar. Now Beth Mead wins that ball, but actually it's given away to Leicester. A long ball played over the top, but Manu Zinsberger is going to get there quite comfortably and plays it out to that far side to Lotte Wubben-Moy. And she plays it on, and Leah Williamson is back on the pitch again, as I thought she would be. Looking okay now, following that brief little moment there where she went down. She collapsed on the pitch with her after getting a knock on the head, but she's fine and she can carry on. And Leicester have just run the ball out of play over on that far side. Surely that went out. Ref. We saw that went out. Anyway, Arsenal do win the ball back, but not for very long. Leicester now on the counter-attack. Imagine if they'd scored from that when the ball clearly had gone out. But anyway, Laura Wainoff won it back for Arsenal. Just trying to get some rhythm now. Of course, that break in players maybe stopped our momentum going a little bit, didn't it, from the start of the second half, when we should have been 2-0 up. A great defensive clearance from Esme De Graaf from Beth Mead's header, but also coming forward again down that far side with Caitlin Ford again. Can she get a cross in? Tries to put it back again. It's deflected off a Leicester defender, and again it's going to be another corner for Arsenal. Caitlin Ford is having a great game down that left-hand side. It was her assist for the goal. It was her assist for that chance again from Katie McCabe just a few moments ago that almost made it 2-0. But we have got another corner now. Can we get the second goal? You'd imagine that once the second goal goes in, we will add a few more. Terry says there, come on, goals. This is more like it. Well, it's a bit like the first half, the same, isn't it, really? Relentless Arsenal pressure chances, but still no goal. Katie McCabe this time with a corner towards the edge of the 6 yard box. Again, Leicester managed to head it away. And again, they can now actually look to try to launch a counter attack down this near side with Freya Gregory. But good play from Leah Walty there. And it is going to be a throw now to Leicester on the near side. Leicester just looking to ease a little bit of that pressure that they've been under from the start of this second half. So it should be 2-0 really, but anyway, it isn't. And while it is 1-0, we've said it before, it just takes one little moment, doesn't it? But let's see if Arsenal can get the second goal. And there's a free kick. Actually, Viv there's given away a free kick with a foul there on Gregory. And it is going to be a free kick to Leicester. 51.5 minutes played in this game. It's still 1-0. That goal very, very early on, which surprisingly Arsenal haven't managed to add to, but we've certainly had the opportunities to. Now Leah Williamson back again following that little injury that she had a moment ago. That's a good ball up this near side to Laura Wainroffer. She could have whipped the ball in. There wasn't enough Arsenal players in the box actually, so she's had to go back to Beth Mead. Kim Little back to Beth Mead again on this near side for Arsenal. Again, have been forced back by sort of hard-working Leicester defence. You have to say you've got to give them credit after last week's absolute collapse against Chelsea. And maybe we're kind of getting punished for that in a way because they are a lot more organised this week, and that would be the consequence of that, which we kind of felt that it was going to be. Leah Walty there's fouled just inside the centre circle by Natasha Flint, and it will be a free kick to Arsenal. In fact, it was a foul there by the Leicester City striker. It must be a little bit of frustration for her. She's not been involved in much of the game. Arsenal taking this free kick quickly. Leah Williamson plays out this near side to Beth Mead. That's a good ball towards the edge of the 6 yard box, but it is going to be too close to the goalkeeper who drops it. Demi Lambourne, who's been great all game. She dropped that cross. It was a simple catch for her, really. She dropped it, almost fell to the feet of Viv Miedemar, but Leicester do scramble it away. But that throw-in over on that far side from Katie McCabe is dealt with again by the Leicester defence, looking to come forward with Flint. But Viv wins the ball back. Now Leah Williamson, with a little bit of space, finds Viv. Nice control from Viv on the edge of the box. She's going to get a shot away. It's deflected. Oh, it's fell inside the penalty to Stina Blackstenius, but it bounces off the Leicester defender. It has gone into the arms of Demi Lambourne. Good play that from Viv Miedemar. She won the ball back high up the pitch. She started that attack. She almost finished it. The shot was deflected. It almost fell to Stina inside the penalty area. Just bounced away into the arms of the goalkeeper. And this second half is following a similar pattern to the first, isn't it? It's relentless Arsenal possession, relentless Arsenal pressure and chances, but still no second goal. Laura Wainwright now on this near side for Arsenal finds Beth Mead. Tries to get across, and again it hits a Leicester defender. It's gone out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side, which Laura Wainwright is going to take for Arsenal. Of course, a new January signing from Hoffenheim finds Stina Blackstenius, does well, holds the ball up, finds Kim Little now. Arsenal still keeping possession. We've played 54 minutes of this game at the King Power. It's still Leicester City Women 0, Arsenal 1. A very, very early goal from Beth Mead, but Arsenal looking for that second goal now. Kim Little, very central, actually runs straight in to Missy Goodwin, but again Arsenal won the ball back with Leah Williamson high up the pitch. She's got Beth Mead on this near side, just inside the Leicester penalty area. Beth Mead, she's got Laura Wainwright on the run outside. Leah Williamson now striding forward. This is great play from Arsenal. The ball just slightly behind Laura Wainwright, but she does manage to keep it in play and plays it back to Kim Little. Lots of Arsenal bodies in the box now. Can we get the ball in? Put that Leicester defence under a bit more pressure again. Kim Little is forced back to Lotta Woobermoy, and now she finds Katie McCabe. And Arsenal keeping possession but not really pushing forward at this moment in time. And now Leah Williams has got a little bit of space on this near side for Arsenal. There's a lot of movement ahead of her. Plays the ball in to Kim Little on the half turn, and she's fouled from behind by Natasha Flint again, who's probably not going to be far away from getting a yellow card if she keeps committing fouls like that. But Arsenal now got a free kick just slightly to the right-hand side. It's midway inside the Leicester half, probably too far out to try a shot. A little ball dinked in towards the edge of the penalty. In fact, it is towards the far post. Caitlin Ford's battling for that, but it is the Leicester defender gets there first. It finds Katie McCabe over on that far side. Plays the ball back to Viv Miedemeier, and she plays it square to Wooben Moy. Coming striding forward now for Arsenal, Wooben Moy. It's a nice little ball, is it? No, it isn't. It's gone behind. Kim Little couldn't quite find Laura Wainroffer, and now Leicester can get the ball away. It's Jenna Purfield with a long ball over the top, but Leah Walty is there. She's going to tidy that up back to Manu Zinsberger. Oh, that's a poor clearance from Manu Zinsberger, actually. Only falls to Shannon O'Brien. Katie McCabe had to work hard defensively there. I'm not quite sure what Zinsberger was doing there with that pass. It was terrible. So just a long ball over the top. Leah Walty got there, just played the ball back to the goalkeeper. She tried to play it out. She missed her kick completely. Luckily, the ball's going away from the goal. Great defending from Katie McCabe. She saw the ball out of play over on that far side. And now she's just been fouled. In fact, it's Leah Walty that's been fouled. A wild kick out, actually. Surely that should be a yellow card. When we look at some of the yellow cards that Arsenal players have got. That was Shannon O'Brien there with that foul. Steve says there, I feel the blood pressure getting high. Yeah, it is getting a little bit high, but, you know, ultimately we are still winning. That's a yellow card from O'Brien. It's got to be. Just kicked out at Leah Walty there. In fact, she has got a yellow card for that. Fair enough. I forgive the referee. That was clearly a yellow card. A terrible foul that was. Beth Mead now looks to head the ball on up this near side, but it's going to run through to goalkeeper Demi Lambourne. Just a little bit of a handling mistake just a moment ago with that cross that she dropped under no real pressure. So we need to maybe try and take advantage of that. You know, she's had a good game, but when a goalkeeper makes a little mistake, then their confidence can drop. And that's when we need to really maybe make the most of that. Leah Williamson picks that ball up. Kim Little, lovely turn. Beth Mead now in a little bit of space on this near side. Beth Mead just on the edge of the penalty. Plays it into Viv inside the penalty area now. Viv tries a shot. Again, it's deflected off a Leicester defender. But again, they can't really get the ball out very far. Kim Little finds Leah Walty. The pressure is mounting again. But can Arsenal get this second goal? It's been quite frustrating this game. Beth Mead now on this near side. She does well. Plays it back to Leah Williams. And that's a good cross towards the far post. Ball comes in. Caitlin Ford tries to play it back into Wallstina Blackstenius. Again, a Leicester defender gets there. Caitlin Ford again knocks it back to Katie McCabe. It's on the edge of the box. A lovely ball through. Kim Little inside the area. Can she get a shot away? No, again, she's crowded out. Viv plays it out to that far side. The cross comes in from Caitlin Ford again. It's flicked on. And goalkeeper Demi Lambourne that time, her handling was much better under pressure from Laura Wainroffer. In fact, it's going to be a free kick to Leicester for that challenge on the goalkeeper from Laura Wainroffer, who just tried to jump to make it difficult for the goalkeeper. But she done well again. And it is a free kick. But Arsenal just can't quite get that second goal with all the possession, all the chances. It's just not quite falling for us. Anyway, Emil Heskey's there in the crowd. Of course, he is the head of the women's football development at Leicester. Done a good job, hasn't he, there, getting them into the WSL. Looks as though they've survived this season as well. A good work there from Emil Heskey, of course, the former England striker. Manu Zinsberger with the ball there. She just rolls it out to Lotta Wooben Moy. She plays it square to Leah Williamson. The longer this game goes on, the more the more stressed it feels, doesn't it? Whereas it's still only 1-0. Luckily, it is 1-0. We are in front, and that is the main thing. But we do need the second goal. Leah Walty now inside the centre circle. That's a lovely ball over to this near side to Beth Mead. That's a good take. Oh, she tried to thread it through to Laura Wainroffer, but the ball was again well defended by Leicester, and they've now won a free kick. That foul there on Jenna Purfield. Andy's in the chat. Hi all, who scored the first goal? Have we been playing well? It was Beth Mead got the goal after 90 seconds. And we've played well. We've had a lot of chances. We could have scored 6 or 7 goals, but ultimately we haven't taken them. And while it's still 1-0, you never know. Leicester have had 1 or 2 moments in this game. There's a mistake a moment ago by Zinsberger that almost let Leicester in, actually, for a goal. But anyway, it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal now. Lotta Wooben Moy is just on the ground, having been fouled by Natasha Flint again. She went in with her elbow. She's quite lucky not to have been booked, actually, in this game, Natasha Flint. That's another foul from her. And it is a free kick with no yellow card for the Leicester City striker. When you look at some of the yellow cards that's been given in this game, that seems a bit of a surprise. But anyway, Leah Williamson now in possession for Arsenal, plays it square to Lotta Woober-Moy, who is now back up on her feet again. Katie McCabe over on that far side for Arsenal. Woober-Moy now gets it back. Arsenal just looking to get Leicester turned around again, facing their own goal. Caitlin Ford over on that far side. She had a great game. Caitlin Ford, Arsenal preparing a substitute. Can't quite see who it is at this moment. But anyway, we will update you with that in a moment. Laura Weymouth now on this near side. Leah Williamson again. Again, there's movement in front of her, but she goes back to Leah Walty. Now it's played over to that far side to Katie McCabe. She knocks it back to Woober-Moy. Arsenal keeping possession, but not able to really get the ball in behind that Leicester defence. Played it into Viv there. Again, she was crowded out by 3 defenders. You'd imagine if there's 3 defenders on there, there'll be space elsewhere. Kim Little dropped in there to try to win the ball. But again, Leicester win it back. You have to say how hard they've worked defensively. And they've done a good job of keeping Arsenal at bay. And they've now won a free kick. That was a foul there on Shannon O'Brien by Leah Walty. And he says there, thanks, good, we have the chances. Let's hope 2 more goals in the last 20 minutes. Well, let's hope for a few more. We've still got half an hour to play, actually. Steve says, Andy, we are playing good, should be 5-0. Yeah, it should be 5-0. In fact, we're making 2 substitutions. Steph Catley and Frida Minor are coming on. And it's going to be Kim Little's going off for Frida Minor, give her a rest. And Katie McCabe's going off as well for Steph Catley. So Steph Catley's going to drop into left back. Frida Marnham is going to step into Kim Little's midfield role. Katie McCabe's going straight off down the tunnel. I don't know whether she's got some injury issue or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, we do get back into the game again. Leicester got a free kick played down that far side. Imagine if Leicester were to equalise now, that would be an absolute disaster. And certainly against the run of play. And Steph Catley's first involvement is to concede a corner by blocking that cross from Natasha Flint, who's certainly working hard out there for Leicester. Sometimes a little bit too aggressively, but Leicester do have a corner, and set pieces have been our Achilles heel this season. We do not need to concede a goal in this game now, do we? With 28 minutes remaining. And as Steve said, we should be 5-0 up. We should, but ultimately it's only 1-0 unless they now have a corner over on that far side. The corner comes in towards the edge of 6 yards. But again, like in the previous corner, it's far too close to Manu Ginsberg. Good handling. And she rolls the ball out now to Caitlin Ford, who's on this near side. Now, that's a nice ball played forward to Stina Blackstenius on this near side. Can Arsenal make the most of this counter-attack? The ball's played back to Frida Minor. This is her first touch, having just come on. She finds Leah Walty. I'm sure Frida Minor's going to push a little bit further forward, perhaps in the position that Kim Little was playing before. Leah Williamson now in possession for Arsenal. It's a lovely little ball in actually to Caitlin Ford on the edge of the box. She finds Viv Miedemeier looking again to get an opportunity. Frida Minor tried to thread the ball through to Beth Mead. It hit the Leicester defender, who are now able to bring the ball forward up to halfway, but there's no Leicester player in the Arsenal half, and that's going to go out for a throw to Arsenal. Terry says, has Katie got an issue? Yes, Rich, she's a nutcase. Well, she's a bit of a nutcase, yeah. But she did run straight down the tunnel, actually, whereas Kim Little went to sit on the bench. So I don't know whether she has got an issue there today or whether she's just got the up that she's been taken off. I'm not sure. But anyway, Arsenal coming forward again down that far side with Caitlin Ford looking for that ball. But again, it's well defended by Leicester. It has gone out for a throw over on that far side to Arsenal. 64.5 minutes played here at the King Power Stadium. It is still Leicester nil, Arsenal 1, as it has been since the first 2 minutes of the game. And the ball's just gone out now for a goal kick to Leicester. Can Arsenal seal this victory with another goal or two? Let's see what's going to happen. So Leicester have had 1 or 2 little moments. I wouldn't say I've been worried that Leicester are going to score, but while it is 1-0, you just never know, do you? That goal kick is by Demi Lambo, just been kicked straight out for a throw to Arsenal, just inside our own half over on that far side in front of the dugouts here at the King Power Stadium. It is still Leicester City nil, Arsenal 1. It has been a dominant Arsenal performance, but so far that hasn't been reflected in the the scorer. I just saw the images of the crowd there. We saw Matt there in the crowd. That was nice, wasn't it? Looking like he's enjoying himself. Beth Mead now cutting in from his near side. That's a good ball into Stina Blackstenius. Plays it back to Leah Walty. Can Arsenal get this second goal, which would surely kill this game off and could well lead to a few more goals, as Leicester's heads will inevitably drop, having worked so hard. Leah Williamson now, who's now wearing a captain's armband. Now Kim Little's gone off. That wasn't a great ball though from her. And Leicester do get it away, but Manu Zinsberger is going to come a long way out to get that ball, as she does. Plays it across to Woburn Moy. It's now out to that far side, Steph Catley. She now finds fellow Australian Caitlin Ford. She plays it back to Woburn Moy inside the centre circle. She knocks it on first time to Leah Williamson on this near side. It's a good cross towards the edge of the penalty. Viv Mead, it's a lovely touch from her. Finds Beth Mead. Beth Mead trying to get around the defence. It's come back to Viv. Surely that's 2-0. It is 2-0. Viv slots into the empty net. Finally, we get the second goal. It's been a long time coming. And Beth Mead gets her record-breaking assist. Or will that go down as a Beth Mead assist? It may well have come off a Leicester defender. We'll see the replay of it. It doesn't matter. It is 2-0. And that was the main thing. That we needed that goal. Lovely touch on the edge of the box, actually, from Viv. Beth Mead tried to run through. In fact, it wasn't. It came off the Leicester defender. And Viv had this simple chance to just tap in to the empty net. And it is 2-0. It was Purfield with the trying to stop Beth Mead. She managed to get to the ball first, pulled it back, and there was Viv to just slot into the empty net. A little bit of a scrappy goal, it has to be said, but we'll take it. It is 2-0. Terry says, yes, 2-0. Finally, it's 2-0. And hopefully now we can just settle down and go on and get a few more goals. We just won the ball back again over on that far side. Viv has done really well inside the penalty. Can she put it back? Sure, it's going to be a goal for Beth, is it? No, the cross was just behind Beth Mead. Almost another goal there for Arsenal. Great play again from Viv over on that far side. Beth maybe overstretched her hamstring slightly, but now Leicester are coming forward down this near side with Freya Gregory, but she runs into Leah Walty, and when you run into Leah Walty, you generally lose the ball, and that's what's happened. Leah Williamson now finds Laura Wainroffer, and Arsenal surely now have sealed the victory. So important it was to win this game. We've never looked in danger of not winning it, but ultimately you have to get the goals. It took 66 minutes to get that second goal, but we have done, and it is now 2-0, and hopefully we can now relax and go on and get a few more goals in the last 22 minutes that remain of this match. But it is a throw to Leicester over on this near side, which Jenna Purfield is going to take. It was her little touch back, but Viv did really well just then, and that cross just went behind Beth Mead. She couldn't quite turn it in. It would have been her second spectacular goal of the day. But Leicester now are in a little bit of possession they've got over on that far side. They've not had very much in the Arsenal half of the pitch, but they do now. But that's great defending again from Woburn Moy. Another very, very solid game from her. And Steve says there, yes, about time. Yeah, it is about time. We finally got it. It's fully deserved. You can't deny that, but it's certainly taken a long time. It took 65 minutes between the goals. And Andy says it's sweet. And those 65 minutes were relentless Arsenal pressure and relentless Arsenal chances. Nikita Paris is now about to enter the play for Arsenal. Possibly Beth Mead might be going off. She did just have a little hamstring issue just a moment ago. Stina Blackstenius has done well actually over on this over on that far side to win the ball for Arsenal. Steph Catley then switches it from left to right, finding Laura Wainroffer inside to Leah Williamson. Nice little ball through. It was flicked on there, looking to get Stina Blackstenius in, but it's run through to goalkeeper Demi Lambourne. In fact, Katie McCabe is sitting on the bench now, so wherever she went, she's come back out again. Maybe it's just a toilet break she needed. Terry says Paris coming on 4-0 incoming. Possibly. Is she going to get her first WSL goal for Arsenal? What would be her 50th WSL goal of her career? Let's hope so. It may well be her time. It's gone out for a throw on that far side. Maybe now's the time to make that substitution. She just get a few words there from Jonas before she comes in to the play. Got a feeling it might be Beth Mead to go. In fact, it's going to be Stina Blackstenius to go off. Not been her day today, has it? She may have been expecting to get some goals. She did look a little bit tired, it has to be said, but she's played well again. Not quite her day in front of goal. She didn't really have a clear-cut opportunity actually today, did she? She did a lot of hard work for the team, but Nikita Paris is now coming on. Maybe Beth Mead will go through the centre, or maybe it might be Viv Miedemar actually playing through the centre. And we'll have to see. Anyway, it is a throw to Leicester. They've made a substitution as well, actually. It is number 17, Bailey Gale, Paige Bailey Gale, who's coming on for Leicester, and it is Flint who has gone off. Natasha Flint, who worked hard up there for Leicester today without any real joy. It looks as though Nikita Paris is going to be playing on this near side, Arsenal's right. Beth Mead may be playing on the left. It may be Caitlin Ford actually playing up front with Viv still in that number 10 position. We'll have to see exactly how that works. But Arsenal just won a free kick. In fact, it was Caitlin Ford who won that free kick. And I think it is Caitlin Ford playing through the middle now. Terry says there, didn't she play for Arsenal? Bailey Gale. I think she may have done actually. Anyway, Leicester in possession now inside the centre circle. It would just be typical, wouldn't it, a Leicester score now. They are coming forward, but again, a little bit too much. So Arsenal do win the ball. All trying to, Leah Walty was trying to put Nikita Paris in for her first touch, but actually the referee's blown for a free kick to Arsenal. It was an adventurous run, actually, from Shannon O'Brien, but she did a little bit too much there, and in the end conceded a free kick. Already been booked, of course. The Leicester player, Arsenal now taking this free kick. Leah Williamson gives it back to Lotta Woober-Moy, and they plays it out to that far side to Frida Marnham. That's a nice ball in to Beth Mead. That's looking for the run of Caitlin Ford. Steph Catley now is in possession over on that far side. She's got Caitlin Ford just behind her. She finds Ford, plays it back to Frida Marnham. This is good from Arsenal. Leah Walty in to Beth Mead, who's playing a lot more central now, actually. Maybe it's Beth Mead playing through the centre. Anyway, Viv Miedemar now pings it into Nikita Paris, her first touch. Miedemar again cuts back inside, plays it across to Lotta Woober-Moy. Now Steph Catley over on that far side. This is nice play from Arsenal. Caitlin Ford again does really well. Can she get a cross in towards the end of the 6-yard box, looking for Nikita Paris, headed out. It was by a Leicester defender again, but still Arsenal in possession. Viv Miedemar on the edge of the box. She's going to try a shot. It's a nice play from Arsenal. Little ball play through. Is it going to reach Caitlin Ford? No, it isn't. Goalkeeper Debbie Lambourne's out quickly there. A little bit too intricate, maybe that was from Arsenal inside the penalty area. And again, the Leicester goalkeepers kicked it out. Good touch actually from Jonas, just on the side there. The ball fell to him. It was a good touch from him. I mean, overall, Leicester will probably be reasonably satisfied with the way this game has gone following last week's 9-0 defeat here against Chelsea. The fact that it is only 2-0, it could easily have been 9-0. The chances would be bad. But anyway, Leicester have certainly defended well. They've worked hard today. Caitlin Ford now over on that far side again does really well. Steph Catley, can she get a cross in? No, she's held up briefly, plays the ball back to Lotta Woober-Moy. She pings it in to Beth on the edge of the area. This is nice. Frida Marnham tries a shot. She did score twice, of course, at Mellow Park against Leicester when she came off the bench. That's a nice ball, actually, from Frida Marnham over on that far side. Caitlin Ford, a low cross in towards the near post, looking for Nikita Paris. But again, Leicester defenders there, but not very far. It comes out to Steph Catley again over on that far side. Frida Marnham now plays it out to Caitlin Ford. But that ball, looking for the run of Steph Catley, it's gone out of play for a goal kick to Leicester. We are now into the final 16 minutes, 15 and a half minutes of this game. It is looking like Arsenal are going to get the 3 points, which was the aim. It's the aim in every single game now. You know, we don't have to win 9-0, do we? Let's be honest. We certainly don't. But anyway, let's just hope that we can just complete this job. Well, that's a poor clearance again. Nikita Paris, that's a nice ball to Beth Mead. Plays it back inside to Nikita Paris. He plays it on to Viv. Is this going to be free? It is free. It looks like it might be an own goal, actually. Viv's taking a little bit of credit there, but I think it is an own goal. It is 3-0. Maybe now the goals are going to come. There's Leicester defender down. I think it was her that got the touch. In fact, it might be De Graaf who made that great clearance a little bit earlier on in this game. It was a good play from Arsenal. It was a good move. Beth Mead was involved again. A lovely ball in to Nikita Paris. She played it on to Viv. In fact, I think Viv may well have finished that off, actually. We'll give it to Viv. I think it is Viv's goal. The defender came in. I'm not sure who touched it, actually. I think it may well have been an own goal. We'll have to see, but it doesn't matter. In fact, Viv got the touch. It deflected off the defender at full stretch when you see the replay. I'm sure it's going to go down as a Viv goal, her second of the match. And it is now Leicester City 0, Arsenal 3. It was De Graaf. It deflected off, of course, a fellow Dutch woman, of course, as well. She had a good game for them. Viv did get a touch on the ball. It did come off the defender, but it may well go down as Viv's second goal of the game, which would, of course, put her 2 ahead, or 1 ahead, is it, in the race for the Golden Boot. So we'll see who that goal gets given to. Terry says they're 3-0. Indeed, it is 3-0. Finally, the goals are coming now, and that's a second for Viv, if indeed it does go down as Viv's goal. I think the final touch did come off the Leicester defender, De Graaf, there. I don't think there's much doubt about that. But anyway, it doesn't matter too much. It is going to go down as Viv's goal. And Arsenal do lead now 3-0, and that is the points absolutely sealed. And it's just now, can we add some more goals to the tally in these final 15 minutes? It has gone. It has been given to Viv Miedemar initially. Let's see if that stays as Viv Miedemar's goal. She did get the touch. It did get deflected off the defender. Was it going in anyway? Maybe it was. So let's give it to Viv, shall we? Anyway, Leicester coming forward again, but a good tackle there actually from Frida Marnham. Finds Caitlin Ford, and it will be the assist on that goal will actually be Nikita Paris's, because it was her little touch through to Viv that created the opportunity. Viv, Leah Williams now with a long ball through. Again, it's found. Viv is on a hat-trick, of course, now, assuming that second goal does stay with her. There's a clearance there from Demi Lambourne, but again, Arsenal pick the ball up. Leicester are looking tired now. Terry says it should have been the score in the first 30 minutes. It should have been. Doesn't matter when you get the goals, I guess, as long as you get them and you win the game. I do think we'll get some more now. It looks as though Leicester are getting tired. There's a lot more gaps appearing in that Leicester defence. Frida Marnham. It's hard, isn't it, when you're defending for 90 minutes? You do get tired. Steve says we will take it no matter who. I said 6-0. I'm halfway. Yeah, I think I might have said 4-0 actually. And we're almost there. This is another move. Nikita Paris on this near side plays the ball across 6 yards. Oh, it is an own goal this time. It is a 4th goal for Arsenal. This one's definitely an own goal. And this is Ashley Plumtree with a goal. Again, it's another assist for Nikita Paris. She's come on and got 2 assists straight away. That there was a cross from Nikita Paris from this near side. It went into the danger area, and it was Ashley Plumtree there with the deflection on the cross, sent it into her own net. This one is definitely an own goal. The last one will go down to Viv, but this one won't. It was a dangerous ball into the box. In fact, it was the first defender that actually got the touch on it. And it's gone in at the near post. And it is 4-0. And that is a fair reflection on the game, as these goals in the second half have been a little bit more scrappy, it has to be said. And Arsenal now making 2 substitutions. Viv and Caitlin Ford are going off. Jordan Nobbs and Tobin Heath are coming on. Terry says they're 4-0, but we want 11. Should have been 11-0. Well, let's face it, we needed to win the game. We've won the game. We've now made some more substitutions. There's still 11 minutes to play, and who knows, we've got an opportunity to get a few more goals. Caitlin Ford had a great game, actually, and Viv as well, with 2 goals from her. And it is 4-0, as it was, of course, at Meadow Park against Leicester earlier in the season. But there's still plenty of time for more goals in this game. Nikita Paris had a big impact, 2 assists for her. And I don't think assists count for own goals, do they? Although they should. But anyway, it was her cross which was deflected in to her own net. In fact, I think it was Jenna Purfield who may have got the touch. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. Beth Mead now. It was her early goal that started off. Now Nikita Paris, she's found Laura Wainwright on his near side. She drills the ball in towards the near post, but this time Leicester do defend it. I said they were looking tired, and you can see now And Terry says Nobbs and Heath and Paris all 2 each. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But to be honest with you, if we end up winning this game 4-5-0, it's fine. Unlock says they're hoping for a 5-0 win. Well, I'll be hoping. We've won the game now. Yeah, I'd like to see a couple more goals actually in these last 10 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if we get them either. The Leicester are looking as though they've run out of legs now, and you can't blame them. And Steve Salker says, beauty indeed. So Arsenal again coming forward now. Leah Walty inside the centre circle. Under a little bit of pressure actually. She's forced back to Lotta Ruben-Moy and now played back to Leah Williamson. Got a lot of space to come forward into. That's a nice ball into Beth Mead. That's a lovely ball through. Looking for Frida Marnham actually. I say did score 2 goals in the previous meeting at Meadow Park. But now Leicester coming forward with substitute Paige Bailey-Gale over on that far side. She's got no support at all. Leicester players are now slowly coming up in support. She's heading towards a corner flag. And she has won a, in fact, she hasn't. She's conceded a throw there, just taking the ball up the pitch to relieve a little bit of pressure. And Unlock there says 4-0. Indeed, it is 4-0 as we head down towards the final 9 minutes of this game. That's been a good performance from Arsenal. And we've got the goals. You know, most of the goals have come quite late on, as we said, but they're fully deserved. And it's just a matter of can we get any more now. Leah Williamson gets the ball there off Zinsberg, and now she finds Laura Wainroffer up this near side. She's played well again. Young Laura, the new signing. That's a good ball forward, actually looking for the run of Nikita Paz. Is this going to be the moment? Nikita Paz, she got in behind. Oh, it was good defending actually from Perfield. In fact, I think it was Plumtree that got the own goal. Anyway, Laura Wainroffer now goes around the outside. Can she get a cross in? Oh, she's done really well. Laura Wainroffer now Nikita Paris. A nice 1-2 inside the box. Paris shot across the goal. It's been bundled in at the far post. Tobin Heath with a finish. Nikita Paris has got 3 assists in, 5 minutes? The goals are finally coming now. Tobin Heath it was, but that one she couldn't miss from about 2 yards. A lovely play. A lovely 1-2 between Paris and Beth Mead inside the penalty area. Paris drilled the ball across the goal and Tobin Heath has touched it home from literally on the goal line. That was a lovely goal. In fact, the cross got deflected and Tobin Heath actually chested it in from very, very close range. That's a great goal, actually. A well-worked goal. And I say the goals are coming late. And you have to say Nikita Paris had a big hand in 3 of them, actually. And Tobin Heath couldn't miss that. Another substitute getting on the score sheet. That cross was deflected all the way to the far post, and Tobin Heath did a simple finish. And another great bit of play from Nikita Paris, who certainly had a big impact since coming off the bench. Terry there says 5-0. Indeed, it is 5-0. We're starting to pull that goal difference back, aren't we? That Chelsea, of course, gained on us last week when they scored 9 here. Another 1 or 2 would be nice, wouldn't it? We've still got 7 minutes to play. So Leicester have definitely run out of legs now. They can barely get anywhere up the pitch. Steve says there, I'm happy now. A good scrappy. Well, I wouldn't say it's a scrappy win. The goals have been a little bit scrappy in the second half. It doesn't matter. We would have took a lot of scrappy goals in that first half, really. But anyway, Steph Catley now plays the ball up the line, looking for Beth Mead. Great strength there from Beth Mead. She's still looking for her record-breaking assist, isn't she? She did, of course, get the first goal today. Another goal for her. And Arsenal are now comfortably in control of this game. It is Leicester City 0, Arsenal 5. We've played 84 minutes now. The goals have come late and they've been scrappy, but it doesn't matter. We've got the 3 points and we've got 5 goals to add on to our goal difference as well. But I say the title's not going to be decided on goal difference now. We know that. It's just going to be points. Are Chelsea going to drop any points? We've done our job today. We've gone back to the top of the table. We have put the pressure on Chelsea. A ball over the top there, looking for Nikita Paris. I'm sure everybody's desperate for Nikita Paris to get herself a WSL goal. She is still waiting for that moment. She did, of course, get one in the FA Cup recently, didn't she? Against Coventry United. She's got 5 goals for Arsenal. It's just they've all come in different competitions to the league. The Champions League, she got a couple of the FA Cup as well. But so far, not in the WSL. But she has made a big impact in this game since coming on this afternoon. Steve says they're great second half. Well, it was a great first half as well. It was just more frustrating because the goals didn't go in. And the second half, we played pretty much the same. Leicester have got tired, obviously. and we've taken advantage of that. Jordan Nobbs now, I'm sure she'd like a goal as well. Not scored as many this season as normal, not playing as much actually. Nikita Paris again in possession over on this near side, plays it in to midfield to Leah Walty. Beth Mead on the edge of the penalty area, trying to go through 3 or 4 challenges. She went down now. The Arsenal fans and players appealing for a free kick, but not given. But Arsenal's still in possession anyway. Steve says there, one more. Yeah, one more would be nice. Leah Walty there in to Jordan Nobbs. She's got the ball to Tobin Heath. Tried to dink the ball through to Nikita Paris, but Nikita Paris hadn't continued her run, and the ball's run through to goalkeeper Lambourne again. We are now into the last 4.5 minutes of normal time as we run the clock down towards what's going to be another victory for Arsenal. Vivian Amidamo has just been given the player of the match as well. Probably a fair enough choice. She did get 2 goals. She was once again at the heart of everything. I thought Caitlin Ford had a decent game as well, actually. But of course, Viv Miedemeier is going to get the honours again for another great performance from her. 2 goals as well from her, and a great performance. So she's got player of the match. Arsenal coming forward again down that far side with Frida Marner, but we've won a throw in line with the Leicester penalty area. We are now into the last 3.5 minutes of normal time. Arsenal have got the 3 points that we needed. We've got 5 goals on the board, and let's face it, that equals our biggest win of the season, actually, which was against Manchester City back in October, or was it late September? Anyway, it's our biggest win since then. We did score 5 away in Koga as well in the Champions League. We won that game 5-1. So this will be our biggest win. If we can get one more goal, it'll be our biggest win under Jonas. And you have to say it's been fully deserved as well. Also coming forward again now, it's Jordan Nobbs on the edge of the penalty. She's going to try a shot from distance, and she tried to thread it through to Nikita Paris, but actually took too long to make the decision. And in the end, Leicester have managed to get the ball away. But again, Arsenal have won it back again. Jordan Nobbs again maybe couldn't quite get that ball out to Nikita Paris, who's working hard to chase back as Leicester try for a counter-attack. Good defensive work there from Nikita Paris. She's played well since she came on, you have to say. Been a great performance from her. Had a hand in these 3 goals that we've scored very late on in this game. Ball played out to that far side by Leicester now, looking for a bit of a consolation. Tobin Heath does her defensive work, and that cross is going to be easy for Manu Zinsberg, who's not had a save to make in this game. Leah Williams now bringing the ball out for Arsenal. It's square to Woober Moy. We have now got 2.5 minutes of normal time to play. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time. There's been a few stoppages in the second half, lots of substitutions as well. We'll probably have 3 or 4 minutes, plus the 2 minutes now that we are into. It is a comfortable victory for Arsenal. It's what we needed. And the pressure goes back on Chelsea this evening when they host Reading at Kings Meadow. So let's hope Reading can do us a favour. But let's be honest, it does seem unlikely. Woober Moy now coming forward over on that far side for Arsenal. Another steady game for her. Of course, our next game is going to be against Chelsea in the FA Cup, isn't it, in 2 weeks' time after the international break. Let's hope the players don't come back with any injuries. Leah Williamson now wearing a captain's armband for Arsenal, as in fact she does for England. That ball there was cut out, though, and Leicester can try and come forward themselves. Good defending from Frida Marner, and wins the ball back. Frustration there for the Leicester substitute. But anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. It's a ball here down this near side. Laura Wainwright, was that handball across the box? The ball's going to fall. Is it inside the penalty to Jordan Nobbs? Not quite. Again, good defending from Leicester. And we are now into the final minute of the 90. We will find out exactly how much stoppage time there's going to be. Was that handball? It wasn't actually. It was a good take on her chest there from Laura Wainwright. A decent cross actually as well. But again, Leicester scramble it away. Beth Mead is played through the middle since the substitutions were made. Jordan Nobbs now plays the ball square to Leah Walty. Good to see her back in the team. She's had a decent game today. That ball's played in there, but from Steph Catley, actually, it's a poor ball, but Arsenal won it back again. Leah Williamson plays it to Jordan Nobbs. And then Jordan Nobbs to this near side to Laura Wainwright. Can Arsenal get one more goal? We are into the final few seconds of normal time. Williamson to the water far post. Tobin Heath again. Oh, it hits the outside of the post. Is it going to be a corner? Was it saved actually by the goalkeeper? Tobin Heath did well there actually to get on the end of that. She did direct it goal as it is going to be a corner to Arsenal. Tobin Heath looking for another goal. Is that 7 minutes of stoppage time? Wow, I don't know where they've got 7 minutes from. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're 5-0 up, so we don't care. 7 minutes of stoppage time it is going to be. I was thinking maybe 4. Tobin Heath's going to go and take this corner. There's still time for Arsenal to get a couple more goals, actually. This one's played in towards the near post low, but again, it's not a great corner. It's cleared away by Leicester. It's now Bailey Gale with the clearance, but that's a poor clearance. Falls straight to Steph Catley. Tobin Heath now on the edge of the penalty area. Leah Williamson and Arsenal still in possession. There's plenty of time to get another goal or two still. We are now into the first minute of the 7. A shot from the edge of the box from Beth Mead. Again, it hits a Leicester defender, but not very far. Jordan Nobbs tries a shot from distance, just wide. Was that deflected? Or has it just gone wide? I think it's deflected wide. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. Jordan Nobbs, they're looking to get on the score sheet herself. Beth Mead's first effort was blocked. She found Jordan Nobbs, and that was deflected. Again, that was probably going in as well. But it's going to be a corner to Arsenal on the near side. We've played one of the 7 minutes of stoppage time that's going to be added on at the end of this game. Can Arsenal get a 6th goal? Would be our biggest win of the season if we can get it. This corner is going to be taken by Steph Catley from this near side. In-swinger with her left foot. Comes in towards the near post. Again, Leicester header just manages to get on the end of it, and the second ball as well. But still Arsenal picked up the ball again with Frida Marnham. She plays it back to Laura Wainroffer, in to Leah Williamson. Dinks the ball to this near side. That's a good ball to Steph Catley again. Cuts back into her left foot. Plays it back to Jordan Nobbs across all the edge of the 6-yard box. Comes back out to Steph Catley, actually. Leah Williamson plays it in to Catley on the edge of the box again. She's surrounded by 3 Leicester defenders. Tobin Heath won it back again for Arsenal. And still Leicester can't get away. Jordan Nobbs now on the edge of the box. She tries a shot from distance, but it's over the top this time. Wasn't deflected, and it is going to be a goal kick to Leicester. We've got 5 minutes of stoppage time to play. Yeah, it's been a little bit scrappy the second half as Leicester have tired. They've just thrown themselves at the ball sometimes. They've still got everyone behind the ball, made it difficult for us, but we have got the 5 goals. But it is an improvement from Leicester, you have to say, on their performance last week against Chelsea, although we've had enough chances to have got double figures in this game quite comfortably. And there's still an opportunity to maybe get another goal before at the end of this game. Leah Walty then plays it back to Wooburn Moy. Lovely little juggling there from the Arsenal defender. Brilliant stuff there. You can do that when you're 5-0 up in stoppage time. That's a good ball in to Leah Walty. Played the ball forward looking for Beth Mead. It was cut out, but Leah Walty's won it back. And that's a good ball to this near side to Laura Wainroffer. Plays it round to Nikita Paris inside the penalty. Plays it back towards the near post. Beth Mead was coming in. And in the end, she's fouled the defender there. She couldn't quite get on the end of that ball there, Beth Mead. And it is going to be a free kick to Leicester. It was Sophie Howard. Looked as though Beth Mead was just going to get there, but good defending actually it was from the Leicester player. And she was just caught there as Beth Mead was trying to get her foot around the shot to get her second goal of the game as well. It wasn't quite to be, but it is a free kick instead to Leicester, which goalkeeper Demi Lambourne has taken. Leicester now got a bit of possession here. We've played 3.5 minutes of the 7 of stoppage time. I'm not quite sure where the 7 minutes came from, if I'm totally honest, but anyway, it doesn't matter. 7 minutes it is. Arsenal now in possession over on that far side. Steph Catley finds Wooburn Moy. Plays a simple ball here to Williamson and then gets it back again. Arsenal just keeping some nice easy possession in these closing stages. Now Tobin Heath scoring a 5th goal. Trying to go around the outside of the defender there, but she ran out of space. And it's going to be a throw to Leicester, which they've taken quickly. Maybe too quickly because they've given the ball away to Arsenal. Steph Catley now striding forward. Plays the ball square to Jordan Nobbs. She's going to try a shot again from the edge of the box. Again, it's deflected. And again, it's going to be another corner to Arsenal. Terry says, I don't think Zinsberg has had to make a save yet. It must be her first. I don't think she has. No, she's had a couple of crosses, a couple of corners that she's handled. Other than that, yeah, she hasn't had to make an actual save in the match. Leicester haven't had a shot on target. It has been a totally dominant Arsenal performance. We've got a corner now on this near side. Steph Catley's going to take this again. Can we get a 6th goal, which would be nice, wouldn't it? It will be our biggest win of the season if we did, and it wouldn't be that far off what Chelsea did here last week either, would it? To Leicester. Catley in towards the near post. It goes all the way across again. Leicester managed to scramble it away. We haven't quite managed to get on the end of these corners, have we? But there's going to be a hold-up in play now because there's another head injury to a Leicester defender inside at the penalty area. Steve says there, how do they add 7 minutes? Why? That's a good. I don't know. I don't know where the 7 minutes have come from. But anyway, they found 7 minutes of stoppage time, and we have played 5 of those minutes now. But there's going to be a little bit more added on now because this injury there to this Leicester defender. It's been a tough day for Leicester, but they've worked hard, and ultimately, I suppose they won't be too disappointed with how they've played. They'll be disappointed with the scoreline. Obviously, you don't like to lose 5-0 at home. But I suppose it's a slight improvement on their performance last week against Chelsea, wasn't it? And Leicester just won a free kick now, just inside the Arsenal half, a foul there on Page, Bailey Gale by Frida Mine on 2 substitutes there, clashing. And it's going to be Leicester may well finish this game with 1 attack. We said Zinsberg hasn't had to make a save in this game. She may have to make one now, will she? Just as we move into the last minute of stoppage time. Let's see what this delivery is like from Leicester. Goes towards the edge of the penalty area, headed away by Nikita Paris. Tobin Heath's going to get on the end of this, is she? She does. Oh, that's a nice touch to Paris again. Plays it up the line to Beth Mead, who's onside. As Jordan Nobbs, that's onside. No one's really in the penalty area yet. She's got to hold the ball up. Tries to play it back right away across the goal. There was players coming in at the far post. No one could get there. It only comes out as far as Laura Wainroffer. Arsenal still in possession. Jordan Nobbs now again on this near side. Can we get the 6th goal? We are into the final 30 seconds of stoppage time at the end of this game. Leicester have got us backwards actually now. It's back with Woob and Moy now. Back to Williamson. That was a chance maybe for that goal, but maybe the counter-attack was too quick. There was nobody able to get up the field as quickly as Jordan Nobbs got the ball, and in the end, Leicester able to get it clear. But Leah Walty now plays it into Nikita Paris inside the area. Nice feet there from Paris. She couldn't quite get around the second defender, having done well initially. And there goes the full-time whistle. Arsenal have got the job done. Fully deserved victory as well. We dominated that game from first to last. The goals in the end took a while coming, didn't they, after that first one? It was Beth Mead that got it all up and running in our very first attack after 90 seconds. Caitlin Ford's cross from the left-hand side. A lovely first-time volley from Beth Mead made it 1-0. The first half was a succession of Arsenal chances that we couldn't find a way past Demi Lambourne. She made a few good saves. We wasn't quite clinical enough. It was only 1-0 at half-time, actually. Anyway, the second half, we finally got the second goal. Midway through that second half, it was Viv Miedemeier, a simple finish into an empty net after it was a Leicester defender. Just managed to block Beth Mead's run to goal, and Viv tapped it in. Viv got a second soon afterwards. Again, it was a little bit of a scrappy goal. Could have been deflected off a Leicester defender. The 4th goal was an own goal, actually. Good play from Nikita Paris, who had actually just come on. And her cross was deflected into her own goal by Ashley Plumtree. And then at the final goal, again, it was Nikita Paris involved. Her cross from this near side, Arsenal's right, was turned into her own net. Her cross was reached the far post. It was chested in by Tobin Heath at the far post from about a yard to make it 5-0. We could have scored 5 or 6 more, let's be honest. Doesn't matter. Terry says, damn, 5 short, still a win. Yeah, exactly. You know, it doesn't matter if you win 9-0 or you win 5-0 at this point in the season or 1-0. Getting those 3 points on the board is what we need to do. Put that pressure on Chelsea. We've done that today. A dominant performance from Arsenal, you know, from first to last. And I say the goalkeeper didn't have a save to make. We've now pulled the goal difference back. We are now level on goal difference, plus 40 each. Of course, Chelsea do have that game in hand now, which they are playing, of course, tonight at 6:45 against Reading. So we'll all be keeping an eye on that, I'm sure. But that was a good performance today from Arsenal. Dominated the play. It's ended up a comfortable victory 5-0. It could have been a lot more, but who cares? We've won at the game. Steve says there, they played well in defence. It could have been very ugly. Yeah, Leicester did play well in defence. You have to say a good performance from them. They worked hard, but ultimately our quality and our relentless pressure in the end paid off. And we did get the goals, and fully deserved it was as well. A 5-0 away win in any game, any time is great. And when you're chasing down the title, it's fantastic to have done that. And I say those 4 goals in the second half in the end put a gloss on what was a good performance, actually. The players now in their huddle, and Jonas is he seems to be talking about momentum and that kind of stuff. And, you know, bouncing back well from that game, of course, on Thursday. Disappointing Champions League exit. Some good performances today. Zinsberger didn't have a lot to do, did she? Really, let's be honest. She took a couple of corners. Other than that, she didn't have a lot to do. Can't really give her more than a 6, really, because she didn't have anything to do, did she? Laura got forward well down that right-hand side. She had her moments, didn't she? Maybe a 7 from her. Leah Williamson and Woo Moy both were solid and tidy at the back. Looked to bring the ball forward whenever they could. They're both going to get 7 as well. Katie McKay, probably a 7 for her. Good performance as well. Leah Walty, I thought it was great to have her back. I'm going to give her an 8. I thought she was brilliant again today, Leah Walty. Kim Little, again, trying to drive us forward from midfield as well. Maybe an 8 from her. Viv, a great game from her, 2 goals. She got player of the match. I'm probably going to give her player of the match as well. Maybe a 9 for Viv, brilliant from her. The front three all played well. Beth, again, an 8 from her, brilliant performance. A couple of, a goal, obviously, a couple of good chances she had as well. She almost scored another one. Beth Mead was brilliant today. I'll give her an 8. Stina, maybe wasn't quite a day in front of goal, but you have to say she certainly worked hard, so maybe a 7 for Stina. 8 for Caitlin Ford. I thought she was brilliant. The subs all did well, didn't they? You have to say they all played a big part. Steph Catley had a decent game, a 7 for her. Jordan Nobbs, maybe a 7 for her as well. Frida Marnham, probably 7. Tobin Heath, 7. And Nikita Pace gets an 8 from me. She was brilliant when she came on, wasn't she? And a hand in 3 of those goals. But yeah, great play from her. And yeah, we got the goal in it. We got the goals in the end. And fully deserved it was as well. Steve said there, being a great call. They had me on edge all night. It's midnight in Australia. Have a good sleep. Yeah, you need to get yourself to sleep. Obviously, it's 2:30 in the afternoon here. Thanks for staying with us. And yeah, you can get some sleep now, knowing that we've won that game quite comfortably. Terry says that header off the line from Mead's shot was brilliant by the Graf. No, it was. That was a brilliant header, actually. Absolutely fantastic. Nice having you in the chat, as Terry says to Steve. It was, yeah, great to see some people from other countries in the chat as well. We have quite a few all over the world actually tune in and watch these shows with the women. That's great to see as well. And yeah, it's great. And thanks for tuning in to everybody actually. And they're just showing the goals again in the second half. Luca's in the chat. How you doing, Luca? Big up to yourself, mate, as well. As Steve says, and you too to Terry. Yeah, that's great. You know, we've got a good little community here, haven't we? With the guys in the chat and everything else. And that's nice to see. And it's good that people are getting involved in the show. So it was a good game today. Good performance from Arsenal from start to finish. And we've managed to get the victory 5-0. Of course, it was very nice to see. Now, I will be back actually tomorrow, of course. It's Arsenal playing Crystal Palace tomorrow night. That game's kicking off at 8 o'clock, so I'll be going live about 7:45 with the build-up, the team news, and then, of course, we'll do the full match commentary as well. Don't forget to join me for that one. I'm also actually on a German channel tomorrow with Andreas. We're looking back on the Champions League exit for the Arsenal women, looking at that game against Wolfsburg, chatting to some German guys as well. That's going to be, I'm looking forward to that. That's actually 6:30 UK time, and that'll be on YouTube. So I'll put a link up to that when I get it. So maybe you can tune into that as well. And then straight after that, we'll go straight into the Crystal Palace game. So I'm going to be busy tomorrow night, but it's all good fun. I do enjoy it. And it's great as well, of course, to speak to all you guys as well. So don't forget to give it a like before you leave the show today. Thank you very much for all your support for watching the show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Good performance in the end. I say it did finish here today. Of course, Leicester City Women 0, Arsenal 5. Could have been a lot more. We know that. It doesn't matter. We've won the game. We've got the points that we need. And it's over to Chelsea, though, isn't it, tonight? I was going to do a watch-along of that game, actually, but I don't think it's a game Chelsea are going to drop points in, so I'm probably not going to bother. I might just have a relaxing evening because I'm going to be busy tomorrow on a couple of streams. So, yeah, if you haven't done so already, please, like I say, please subscribe to the channel if you are new here. A couple of new people in the chat I noticed today. So if you are new, please give it a like and please subscribe. And don't forget, tomorrow I'll be live at 7:45, Crystal Palace against Arsenal. That's going to be a big game, isn't it? As Arsenal close down, possibly 3rd place in the Premier League. Well, we would have thought that. So that's going to be good. So please join me for that one tomorrow. So I will be going live at 6:30 as well on a German channel, looking back on the Wolfsburg game for the Arsenal women. So that's going to be good as well. So please join me for that. Look forward to seeing you all there for that. Then, of course, on Tuesday, we'll be doing the Tuesday clinic show, of course, as always, looking back on the Crystal Palace game, looking ahead to Brighton, of course, next weekend, and looking at how the top 4 races work is looking as well. 1 or 2 other little bits and pieces with the usual gang there. So please join me for that on Tuesday. There's no midweek game, of course, this week. International break for the women. So we probably won't be doing a women's show this Friday. Of course, next week, the week after, sorry, it's the FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea. So we will be doing, we'll be back for the women's show then, of course, on a Friday. Looking into that game on Sunday, of course, next Sunday against Chelsea, not next Sunday, the Sunday after against Chelsea, the FA Cup semi-final, massive game that is. Imperative View says, Mead pulling the strings, yeah, she was brilliant again today. Absolutely fantastic. Caitlin Ford was great as well. Terry says, in case it's too late, cheers, Richard. Great show again. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Yeah, you too, mate. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow for the Crystal Palace game. We do the women and the men on this channel, so there's a lot of stuff going on. So if you enjoy all the stuff that I do, I say please give it a like and please subscribe as well. Steve says, I will buy to all Arsenal fans. Cheers. Yep, cheers, Steve. I don't know whether you'll be able to watch the Crystal Palace game with us tomorrow. I don't know what time it'll be where you are. It's obviously evening kick-off here. It might be morning, mightn't it, perhaps? It might be in the morning, so maybe you can. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully we'll see you very soon. And I say we will be back tomorrow with the Crystal Palace game, and then Tuesday, of course, for the Tuesday clinic. So a busy week again on the channel. I will put out a full schedule as well as usual up on YouTube. Terry says, night, Steve. Hope to see you soon, mate. Yep. Hopefully Steve will be back for the next one. I know it must be difficult to watch them live in Australia with the time difference and stuff like that. But anyway, great to have your company today, and to everybody else as well. So we're just looking at the games that are remaining. We've got Everton and West Ham away, Villa and Tottenham at home. Chelsea have got Reading at home today, then Tottenham home and away, Birmingham away, and Manchester United at home. That's the title race there. Are Chelsea going to drop points? Well, they've got a tougher run of games. You've got to be honest. They do have a tougher run of games, and I think it's that's our hope, isn't it? We've got 4 left now. Win all our 4. That's all we can do, and hope it's enough. That's all we can do, isn't it? Imperative View says, great watch, mate. Thank you for tuning in again. I much appreciate your support along with everybody else. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Please give it a like, as I said, and please subscribe. Lots coming up on the channel. As I say, you're starting, of course, tomorrow with the Crystal Palace game live at 7:45. That is going to be epic, isn't it? Patrick Vieira against Mikel Arteta, of course, 2 former Arsenal captains. But today was all about the Arsenal women going back to the top of the league. We got the job done. I wouldn't say we made hard work of it because we dominated the game. In the end, it's finished Leicester City 0, Arsenal 5. It was Beth Mead with that first half goal after 2 minutes. We had to wait a long time for the other goals, didn't we? Viv got 2 in that second half. There was an own goal as well from Ashley Plumtree, and the final goal was Tobin Heath coming off the bench. Nikita Paris created 3 of those goals as well, so that was good play from her. So it's a great performance that was from Arsenal. Terry says, what time are you going live tomorrow, Richard? I'll go live at about 7:45 tomorrow. It's 8 o'clock kickoff, isn't it? So I'll be live at 7:45 when I'm finished on the German channel. I'll come straight across and get this done. So about 7:45 for that one. A bit of build up, of course, to that big game from Selhurst Park. It's going to be a big night of that as well, isn't it? So please join me for that if you possibly can. So yes, that's it today. So a good win for Arsenal. Back to the top of the league, which is what we wanted to do. The pressure's on Chelsea. All we can say is, of course, normally we would say, come on, you Gunners. And of course, we can't not say it, but also as well, for later on tonight, come on, Reading as well. Please, Reading girls, go out there tonight. Give everything. That's all we can ask for. Let's see if you can do it. Get a point from Chelsea. Just do us a favour. That would be great, wouldn't it? That would be fantastic. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Chelsea will probably win that game pretty comfortably, but you can live in hope. We can live in hope. We will be cheering on for Reading, of course. Imperative View says there, how long is the international break? Just 1 week. So next weekend, there's no game in the WSL. And the week after, we're back. It's the FA Cup semi-final, of course, isn't it? Terry says there, I forgot, hello, Mrs. B. Thanks for lending Richard to us. Yeah, I mean, I get lent out a couple of hours every game time, and a few other bits and pieces, which is good. And we're actually going to the Arsenal Women against Aston Villa game at the beginning of May. We've booked that already. Looking forward to that one. That's going to be good. We'll do some live stuff again from the ground like we did before, which is always good. Don't forget as well, actually, of course, I forgot, Matt's vlog will, of course, be coming out later on as well when he sent all the video footage in for us. I'll put that together, hopefully get that out for you at some point this evening. And then, of course, I say we can then build up towards the Crystal Palace game tomorrow, which is going to be good. So please give it a like before you leave. We're on 20, actually, which is great. So thanks, everyone, for that. I will see you tomorrow evening at 7:45. I say look out for the link to the German channel as well. I'll put that on. You can tune into that show if you like as well. It will be in English and German, but translated, so that'll be fine. I'm sure I'll be able to cope. I don't know too much German, but I'm sure Andreas will help me out. And Imperative says, looking forward to the vlog. Yeah, me too. It's going to be good. Matt will get that together. Will get me the videos over. I'll get them put through. I say hopefully tonight. I'll try and get them on tonight for you. And then we can put this game to bed and build up to tomorrow. And then, of course, the international play. But a good performance from Arsenal today. A great victory. It's what we needed. We've done it 5-0. We'll take that. I say 4 goals in the second half there. Put the gloss on. What was a good performance from Arsenal. Fully deserved. Well played at 2. The girls again. We are top of the league. We are top of the league. We are indeed. And let's hope it's not just for a couple of hours. Reading, if you're watching, please do us a favour. We will be supporting you massively tonight. We definitely will. Imperative says German. Yeah, I'm on a German YouTube channel tomorrow, looking back on the Wolfsburg game. Andreas is on as well. We're going to be just doing some stuff talking about that. That's 6:30 UK time. I'll put a link on so you can, if you want to watch it, you can. And that'll be before the Crystal Palace game, of course, tomorrow night. So that'll be good. Terry says, have a rest now, Richard. England v Italy on live now. I'm not a massive rugby fan, I've got to be honest. But I might watch a bit of it, actually. I'll have a bit of lunch and maybe watch a bit of rugby as well, which I've just seen starting now. So Peterview says, I'll tune in. Yeah, no worries. So if you can, as soon as I get a link to where the show's on, I'll put it on. And if not, I can always put it on afterwards. You can watch it back after. That should be good, actually. Looking forward to that as well. So Arsenal say 1-5-0 today. Great performance in the end. Great goals, a couple of scrappy goals as well, but good performance from Arsenal. We've got the job done. Reading, please do us a favour if you can. We'll be cheering for you tonight. We will be cheering for you. Let's hope you can do us a favour. I'll be back tomorrow 7:45 for the Crystal Palace game. Please like, share and subscribe. Good game today. Well played, the Arsenal women. We're back on the top of the table. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you later.